You may now go through to the boardroom.
I can do this, I can do this.
So scared, so scared, so scared, so scared.
Hello. Okay. All right, we can break character now.
And the Oscar goes to, the Oscar goes to.
That's the winning moment there, I can see.
We've been waiting for
Oh,
one.
I
And
love
of course,
this.
Baroness Brady and Tim Campbell, welcome to
Lovely.
the
Good to
show.
And you, so nice to see you.
Baroness Brady.
Call me Karen.
Well, I actually call you Baroness Brady.co.uk, as you full well know. Karen, it's so lovely to see you.
Yeah, and you.
I mean, the pair of you are more than the eyes and ears of the show because you see absolutely everything. How does it feel sitting in the corner of those rooms? Because I have been on the receiving end of it.
I was going to say, well, you know...
It's horrendous.
It's intense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we always say that our role is that we're not really there. We don't really want to be noticed. We're just observing. And our job is really to keep the candidates honest in the boardroom. So when Alan asks them something, who was responsible for this, and they all say, not me, we actually know...
You know the
answer because we were there. So our job is to help the process, keep the candidates honest, and feed back to Alan who did what, when, why, and normally how things went wrong, but occasionally how things went right.
But from Alan's point of view...
It's Lord Sugar's team.
I'm sorry, Baroness Brady. Lord Sugar's point of view.
Know your place, know your place.
From Lord Sugar's point of view, that all works out fantastic. But from a contestant's point of view, Karen, I tell you now, you were obviously on the challenge when I was on. You looked after the boys' team. You would make me doubt whether the sky is blue because you have got the most beautiful face, but your face frightens me so much. I would sit there and go, the sky is blue. I take one glance at Karen for sort of an affirming look that she's never going to give me, and I genuinely go, no, it's cerulean, it's yellow, it's red. You scare the life out of people.
I have to say, when you did the celebrity one, your team was terrible.
They were awful.
I mean, terrible.
I didn't sleep for 2 days.
I've got to be honest. It was so funny when you were doing the man with the balloons that exposed himself. Claude was watching Robbie Williams perform live. The contrast
Our
between
entertainment
what
was
the girls'
naked
team
middle-aged man with balloons and Omid
terrible.
and the girls had Robbie Williams.
Tim, you obviously have been on the other side.
Yes.
You're quite fortunate that you've been a candidate and now you're kind of there being eyes and ears.
Yeah.
Do you know that feeling? Did you expect when you were on the show that the eyes and ears would help you?
No, I think we had Nick and Margaret back in the day, right?
Yeah.
And Margaret had a formidable eyebrow that used to always raise...
that eyebrow.
Scared the hell out of everybody. But she's an amazing person who went on subsequently to help our boards. But I think the candidates have to be really, really cautious that they have to keep themselves honest to the task of trying to impress Lord Sugar. What they often forget, isn't it, Karen, is that they often forget the best way to do that is work collaboratively as a team. So their egos sometimes get a bit big and they forget that you've got to bring everybody along because then you don't get into the boardroom and get fired.
Yes.
That's predominantly
it's hard,
because
though, isn't it?
lots of them are entrepreneurs or run their own business and are the decision makers. So they're used to being in control.
They're the boss.
And suddenly when
Being
there's
a member of
8
a
of you
team,
and you all think you're the boss, you get these clashes of personality.
I mean, it's
no one listens.
ego-central.
It is a bit.
Ego-central, and
And
we
it's
love
chaos.
it.
Only imagine. Is it easy for you guys to spot a winner on day one?
Definitely not.
Oh, really?
No, the reality is that we are, as Karen said, we are there just to observe and feedback the information. And it's very interesting, no matter what you think of the first impressions, they dramatically change as the candidates learn, they integrate, and they work together on their different tasks. Interestingly, when you spot a candidate as a viewer, it's just to see how they develop along the course, but you can never, ever understand who's going to be the winner because you just never know what
But that's why, Karen, it's so great, because this format has run and run and run and run. We're going to see a little clip now, just playing in the background of this year's series. But why do you think it has been so successful, The Apprentice? Because even though it's the same every year, it's so different every year.
I think predominantly because it's so authentic. I think, you know, you've got one of the world's best entrepreneurs who's achieved so much. And when you get through the process, the person who wins gets the opportunity and dream of a lifetime to open their business. They get £250,000 from Alan Sugar's pocket. And more importantly, they get his mentorship and his guidance. And the winners previously, they've gone on to run businesses worth millions of pounds. Some have sold for millions of pounds.
Some of them come and do this morning's View.
Yeah. You go.
I mean, what more do you want?
So real success. So the build-up to the actual, you know, who wins, it's so life-changing. And I think viewers of all ages like to see business on TV.
Of course.
They're aspirational themselves. They want to be entrepreneurs. And they learn what you should do and also what you shouldn't do. So I think that's good.
Really quickly, in our last minute here, this year's tasks seem very modern. You've got electric cars, vegan cheese. It all seems...
Artificial intelligence, virtual rooms. I think that is part of the appeal of the show. And we want as many people to apply as possible because the applications are open now for the next cohort. But what's keeping people consistent is they know there's going to be the interviews, there's going to be the shopping task. But at the same time, there's new tasks, bringing new technology because the world of business is moving and the apprentice keeps up with that.
But tonight's show is one of the classics. It's a corporate away day and you'll see some disasters. They have to make a meal for the corporate guests and it's fish cakes and apple crumble and they end up using the crumble instead of the bread cakes on the fish cakes. They think the oven is they use what they think is an oven, it's a microwave. Everything gets ruined.
Do you ever sit there? Because you do keep the face, Karen.
Do
you ever just not go, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, I think it was total chaos.
There it is, the Karen face. The Karen face. The face of fear.
That's exasperation. It's chaos tonight. And then the other team have to make brownies. And there's only 5 ingredients in a brownie, as we saw earlier. And they forget the flour.
Even better.
So
but do you know what? Total chaos.
We love it.
Great telly.
We absolutely adore it. And we love
it.
you two on it as well. The Apprentice, it starts tonight at 9 p.m. on BBC One. So lovely to see you both.
I'll be at the West Ham Bournemouth game.
I'll see you there.
See you later.
I was at the club yesterday. I'll see you then. Now, if he wasn't busy enough taking on challenges with Rob Beckett or quizzing celebrities on the weakest link with that little wink, Ramesh Ranganathan has added another project to his busy schedule.
Yes, earlier this month he started his new stand-up tour, Hustle, and with dates across the UK until April, Ramesh is here now to tell us more. You do like being on the road, don't you?
Well, yes. I mean, I do like being I do like being busy. Do you know what I mean? It's I mean, being on tour is kind of a bit like a break. I don't want to say this publicly, but
are you gonna?
It is much easier. Like life is easier when you're in a hotel.
Room serving.
Yeah, I mean, like sometimes, like Lisa, my wife, will phone me up and go, "How's your day been?" And I'll go, "Oh, you know,
haven't stopped."
Well, I worked for an hour and a half last night, and then went to bed. And they bring me breakfast to the room. Or how about you? And she went, I did the school run and like da-da-da. And I go, oh, yeah, it sounds... Anyway, I've got to go. I think they're bringing me lunch. Do you know what I mean? So it's...
really busy, Lise.
And at that point, you realise she's actually not on the other end of the phone. She's hung up.
Yeah. And listen, and if she did do that, fair play. I support her decision.
You've gone and said this is probably your most honest tour to date. What do you mean by honest? What are we talking about?
Well, like, I feel like every time I do a tour, the aim is to be as honest as possible every tour. I mean, like this one, I thought, I don't want to say anything for a comedic angle. I just want to base it in truth and then see if I can be funny. You know, just be as real as I possibly can. And I feel like this show is more than I've ever managed that before.
But you are naturally a funny guy.
Oh, thanks, man.
And that sounds really weird, but that's rare for comedians because a lot of comedians, they really prep, they get their joke. You're just naturally a funny guy. I saw you last week and I was like, oh, Ron, you made me laugh.
Yeah, well, yeah. I feel like I do think like when you're writing the show, whenever I'm like I don't ever write the jokes out but it's like ideas. But then sometimes if you think that's a bit embarrassing to say, you're probably onto a good thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you feel like a bit awkward about it.
It's like
the truth that people don't really talk about.
Exactly.
That's what I always really find funny. The thing you can relate to that you'd probably never say out loud, but
although
you do it.
I've got into trouble in the past. Like, I remember saying, like, that when I go to, like, drop the kids off at soft play, like, other parents come and talk to me, and then I said on stage, I don't care about other people's children. Do you know what I mean? Like what I mean is that, you know, I'm just there for mine. Yeah.
I think we're all a little bit like that.
And then I went to a kid's birthday party, and then these parents came up and they said, we tell you how we were doing, Ramesh, but you clearly don't care. And
okay.
I mean, like, Lisa never watches me. She's just like, What have you said now?
What have you done?
What is a new thing that means we're socially cut off from?
Why do all the school parents hate us? What's going on here,
Seems to be a
Ramesh?
funk around.
I've had an orange thrown at me at the gate.
Yeah, the maddest
It was
one was...
Katie Piper with a pair of chopsticks.
The maddest one was like, this isn't to do with like stuff I've said on stage, but like I put on a show on sale in my local theatre, and like they posted it on Facebook, and like this woman commented underneath going, "I would never see this man live. He always looks so grumpy on the school run."
Oh.
And I was like,
Was it the head teacher?
No. No. We don't speak after a certain incident. But, like, no, it was just like I was getting reviewed for my general school run behaviour.
Oh, goodness me. OK, well, there you go.
I mean, I do have resting in different face. That is a true
That's what we love about you. That's what we love about you.
But it's even when, like, they, you know, when I was coming over to do the pancake thing, I thought, if they cut to me...
You're just going to look unimpressed.
I'm just going to look so... Yeah. It's delicious.
Really nice. Thanks for the berries.
So, obviously, you're going on tour, but everybody, as we know, has to start somewhere. And for you, when you were a child, you were really interested in stand-up, weren't you? Which is, I think, quite rare. I can't imagine my kids being like, I'm really interested in stand-up. How did that come about?
Well, I had a lot of spare time because I didn't have any friends. No. So you start looking elsewhere, do you know what I mean? No, but the truth is, we used to go to, like... my mum and dad used to take us to the local video rental.
Have a look at that.
Picture.
Oh, my goodness, what a shot.
That is so true.
That is so
I feel like
cute.
every family has that type of photo.
My mum bought the package. So
you get the round frame.
And then, like, every 5 years we had to reconvene in the studio.
That little
get that
halo
photo
around
done.
it,
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was that was bad. But and then, like, I used to hire out. I got really into Eddie Murphy, and I started watching like Beverly Hills Cop and Trading Places and all that. And then I saw he did stand-up, and I just watched this stand-up film. Like, it was just literally him in concert, and I was just like, one person doing a whole gig like that. I just found it amazing. And so then off the back of that, I sort of wanted to be a stand-up, and then I ended up doing my first gig at like 9 years old.
Wow.
Amazing.
We went to Pontin's holiday camp.
What a place to do
Oh,
it.
mate, do you know what? That's where all the best showbiz stories start.
Yeah.
Look at Stephen Mulhern.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Butlin.
He loves it. Rom, obviously tickets for the tour, I'll take it all on the website.
Yes.
Head to your website and all of that.
Yeah.
I can't let you go without talking about two things.
Sure.
First up, Goodbye, Weakest Link. I mean, iconic shoes to fill, Anne Robinson.
Yeah, I was quite worried about... I've never really seen myself as a quiz show guy. And so when it came in, I was like, you know, when they sort of started talking to me about it, I was like, well, I don't know if that... You sort of get worried that you're not going to be good at that sort of thing. And then they said, well, you're going to host it in, like, your own way. We're not trying to make you something
Rom,
you're not.
so good at it. I know you don't need us to tell you, but you...
No, I do.
No,
Honestly, I need so much validation.
You're so great on it.
You've got it all
so dry.
from us.
And
You've
it's
got it all
perfect.
from us.
And just before we let you go, I know you're part of the Radio 2 family anyway, but you're taking over from Claudia. You're going to become a Saturday boy like me.
Yeah, I'm very
looking
excited.
forward to it.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get some tips from you, because you've nailed it. And
Babe, you just need to turn up with a lovely fringe and the show will go well. That's all you need to do, Rob.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow it in.
I'm sure I've got a clipping one in the dressing room.
Leave me some
somewhere you
presents
can
in the
borrow.
studio. That's the best way to get
I'm
on the
on it,
best
mate.
side
There
of the
you
Saturday
go.
team.
I'm on it.
So good to see you.
You too.
Good luck with the rest of the tour.
Thanks for having me. Thank you very much.
Lovely to see you, mate.
Now, it is the star-studded spy thriller that's coming to the big screen.
Is it Bonnie?
It's not Bonnie.
Oh, I wish
no,
it was.
it's not.
There she is. Ahead of the release of Argylle, we sent Sian to meet Hollywood A-listers Henry Cavill, Bryce Dallas Howard and director Matthew Vaughn. Bonnie!
What, you want me to interview the cast of Argylle? The Henry Cavill?
Agent Argylle.
It's all about spies, yeah? I reckon I'd be a pretty good spy. It's good old-fashioned sort of spy drama. I've loved it.
It's his fault.
Yeah, I mean, it's brilliant, Matthew. I'll start with you, though, Henry, because you are playing Argylle, who the whole film is named after. What can you tell us about Argylle for audiences that are looking forward to seeing the film, and what can they expect?
He is an idealised version of what a spy is. If you take all the spy tropes and you turn them up to 11, you get Argylle. Performance-wise, the trickiest bit was Argylle obviously takes himself seriously due to the nature of what and who he is, but the movie doesn't. And so treading that fine line between the tone of the movie and how the character feels was one of the trickiest bits.
and you didn't keep the flat top for some reason.
I know,
I'm
weird.
really
I
disappointed.
thought he would keep the haircut.
I just don't have an on-site hairdresser to do that every morning for me.
And Bryce, your character, right, let me try and say this. So, you play Ellie Conway, writer of the spy novel Argylle, in the movie Argylle, based on the real-life book Argylle, written by Ellie Conway. So, my question is, what did the actual author of the book, Taylor Swift, think about it?
I was very sad to find out that Taylor Swift is not the author of this book. I think your daughter showed up and was like, why did you not tell me that Taylor Swift wrote
No,
Argylle?
she really did. I had an argument with her, and then
like,
she
"How
showed
dare you
me
keep
all
that
the
from me?"
rumours, but it's not true.
Sorry for going down a rabbit hole here, but I am a sucker for a conspiracy theory. And I swear there's a scene with Samuel L. Jackson, it's like the HQ, and I'm sure I saw 1989 flashing up on a screen above him. 1989, the name of one of Taylor Swift's biggest albums.
Well, that was the year I left school.
It's just the year left school.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Whoa, hey!
So am I right in thinking it is your cat in the
No,
movie?
it's my daughter's cat. We had an acting cat that couldn't act.
Oh dear. Well, it didn't make the cut.
It didn't make the cut, so I literally went up to my girl's bedroom and borrowed the cat for 3 months.
Matthew, how do you fire a cat? That's quite intense.
The truth is, you just, I can't answer that without probably being cancelled.
Oh, okay. I mean, I've never seen so many big names in one movie. Catherine O'Hara, Samuel L. Jackson, Dua Lipa. In fact, Dua Lipa, I need to ask you about her. How did that come about?
How did Dua come about?
Yeah.
Well, I cast this gentleman first, and I thought he was excellent in Man from U.N.C.L.E. I really,
that's fantastic
I mean,
film.
I thought it was a great film. Loved it. And the movie starts with Henry in a crazy scene, and I needed a femme fatale that could own the screen and share it with him in an equal basis. And Dua Lipa came to mind.
You and I, we're not so different.
I was thrilled she said yes, and she excelled, and she listened. She was humble, and she worked hard. And I can promise you this, Henry was really nervous of dancing with her.
You know there's a horde of fans out there who would have taken my head if I dropped it. Yeah.
Do you think in real life you would make a good spy, or...?
No.
No? Why is that?
I mean, yes and no. No, I mean, it'd be a double bluff situation if I were.
Can you imagine?
I mean, yeah, it's like, who's that guy? Or why is Henry Cavill here? He's like, what is he recording me?
Whereas Bryce, I think you would. You'd be brilliant.
I have no poker face.
Oh, okay.
I'm terrible.
And that's what a spy would say.
Chris Pratt has accused me of being a spy many times.
Oh, really?
He would always liken me to the Russian maid, where he would be like, no one knows, and you're just in the room,
silently
and you're memorizing every single thing that's happening.
Well, guys, I feel like I've learned a lot from this movie. I've sussed out what makes a good spy and what doesn't, and I think I've picked up on some of those skills. What's that over there, by the way?
Yeah, that's a spy move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No comment.
Yeah.
Comedy queen, Sean Welbeck.
I like
Comedy
that.
queen. Argylle is going to be released in cinemas tomorrow before streaming globally on Apple TV+.
I know, but was it the right decision? We're not sure about that. We're joined now by the wonderful Victi Hannah Spirit alongside former Dance and Ice pros Matt Evers and Frankie Seaman, who have started a new podcast covering all the ice rink action. So I suppose this is a busy time for you.
Which I love as well that you get dressed up in a suit for. It just kills me.
Well, it was movie week last week.
I love it. I just love it.
Yes,
I'm
absolutely
obsessed
that.
with
We need
it.
to work with the themes. We'll start with you, Hannah, first of all, because obviously it was, of course, sad to see you go. How was that experience for you? Because I think when we have people on the sofa and we talk like reality shows and we talk kind of the competitions, for me, Dancing on Ice is the bravest choice because all I hear is injury after
Broken
injury.
ankle,
Like, it's a real
broken
skill. It's not like sort of learning something that you can half wing. This is a real skill, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I'm out of it in one piece. Do you know what I mean? And I've got everything intact.
She's happy to be on the
everything
sofa.
works, yeah. And I could watch it next Sunday on the couch. But it is like, it was amazing to learn that skill. And yes, it is completely dangerous. You know, anything can go wrong. I had something that went wrong 3 hours before
We saw in the rehearsal
performance.
clips.
It wasn't like anything
No.
major.
But it still does
just,
knock you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And it just reminds you that, you know, anything could go wrong at any time. There's just a lot to think about with every move to make it go right.
Yeah.
But you did have a great pro. You had Andy.
I had Andy, and
he seems fantastic. What was he like to work with?
Yeah, he was fantastic. Obviously, he's done it for years, and he was definitely the right partner for me. He was completely, you know, he pushed me out of my comfort zone. And yeah, it was just amazing. It was
That's
just
what
a
you
joy
need, isn't it? When you're embarking on something like that, you need a real good, solid partner, don't you? I can only imagine that. Look at you there, as Elsa. Look, your daughters must have absolutely.
Not even that. I'd have that like, on my gravestone. You know what I mean? I did that.
They must have loved watching you perform.
Do you know what my little is? She went, does Mummy have Elsa's superpowers?
I know. Clearly you do.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, and
Their
so
faces, though.
I know, their little
faces.
faces. So
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
And we know
exactly.
you've got an autoimmune disease, and that's got involved when it's come down to training at points. So you've had to miss a few rehearsals.
Yeah.
At times. How much impact did that have on the whole Dancing on Ice experience?
It had a massive impact on the start, especially. I felt like I've only really come into my own in the last 2 weeks.
Right.
And I've been solid in terms of feeling good every day. So, yeah, there was a lot of up and downs, and then the last 2 weeks have been solid. So I felt like I was about to sort of like
it's taken a minute to get there. Yeah.
But I'm grateful to have had that sort of exercise on a daily basis because I feel so much stronger for
Well, you
it.
could say, I mean, you broke the ice. You could say.
Yeah.
And talking of breaking the ice, hello, icebreakers.
Oh, my gosh.
No, you two.
He's here till 12:30, everybody.
Monday to Thursday. That's what we call a segue. When did this come about? And why have you not been doing it for the last however long?
Well, thank you for saying that. No, I've actually been trying to do this for the past 3 or 4 years, actually before COVID started. But when you're on the show as a professional, you have no time to even do your own laundry.
No.
Yeah.
Let alone co-host a podcast, come up with the concept. So when I decided this year to retire, I was like, oh, I've got some free time this year. And no better person to do it alongside than with Frankie.
And it's so nice.
It's the outfits for me, Frank. Look. I mean, the podcast, you're sitting there, you've got your little gilet on. I'm loving it.
Yeah. We decided to go all glamorous. I mean, I think it's just nice for us to be able to share our expertise with the fans because, you know, you get the little comments from the judges, 1 or 2 lines. They can't really explain what's going on backstage. They can't really explain what's going on behind the scenes. And I think we are really perfectly placed to be able to bridge that gap and dive deeper and tell people, this is what's happening in this lift, this is why it went wrong, or this is why they shone bright this week.
Do you know what? You're so right, because they sort of give a critique, and I might watch it and think, hang on, that seems a little bit harsh. I didn't really notice that, but because it's a live show and the nature of it, there's not enough time to elaborate on that.
They pack so much into that hour and a half, especially this past week. There was 11 couples.
There was no skate-off, was there?
Yeah, and no skate-off. And what was, like, even Jane saying, we want you to work on the basics, but you guys at home don't know what the basics are. So that's what we do on the podcast, is really explain what the judges' critiques are, how it all pans out, what you guys are feeling, and So
sometimes we can even pick up, just from watching them backstage or on the VT, we can tell what kind of week they've had, because we've been through it so many times with so many celebs. So we know even where their heads are, not just what they're doing physically on the ice.
Well, I used to do it at Big Brother with Bit on the Side. I would call this Pick on the Side, by the way.
I like that.
I love it. It's like basically a Dancing on Ice spin-off.
Exactly.
And that's what I love about the pod, because you two have been through it. You know what it's like. And we don't get to see that much, especially when you've got so many contestants. The time is so short on the main show. To have that sort of debrief is fantastic. Why have you only just started doing it? Why have you
I don't know.
forever?
I don't know.
It's so strange because we work together so well as well, and it's so nice to have Matt here in the country and to be able... We were going to do this from our bedrooms, literally from him from LA and me covered in caps,
It's giving
obviously.
COVID. It's giving COVID.
And then we've got this amazing studio now, and it's so nice to be back together, not on the ice, but back together. It's lovely.
So who have you got your eye on? I know, because it must be hard to be objective. You've worked on the show for a long time. Who, for you, is up there?
I have to say, out of the 16 series that we have had from day one, this is probably the deepest pool of talent that we have had. And especially like with Adele, her journey, we have never seen anything like this on Dancing on Ice before.
She's an amazing storyteller, and I think the minute she steps on the ice, you're just waiting. What's she going to do this week? So different the 2 weeks that we've seen. And we've also seen her, because we've got expert eyes, we've seen her actually improve
hugely over that period.
Well, look, keep doing it because we love the pod. Hannah, I can't let you go without asking, you still going to skate? You still going to keep those...
I am.
Yeah?
I want to teach my eldest.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Who's
that's so
5.
nice.
Well, that's what you
Yeah.
That's what we want for you.
They're only going to want you dressed as Elsa, though. That's the problem.
Oh, I know.
Every Sunday now.
Sorry,
So do I.
you need to bring that Elsa.
That's all I want. Lovely to see you.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
The best piece of telly I think I've ever seen, and that traitor that pulled the wool over everyone's eyes and won that massive £95,150 jackpot all for himself joins us now. Harry.
Oh, well,
mate,
congratulations.
Yeah, firstly,
hey.
congratulations. Secondly, double congratulations, because what people don't realise in telly, like if you go on a game show or something like that, you don't actually get the money until it goes on TV. When did you get the money?
So I literally got my money on the way here this morning.
Got on the way here, he's reached everyone!
I just want to... Well, I'm not going to do it, but take my top off and run around and scream.
All you want. We don't mind. We're only here this week.
Ryland's done work.
Yeah, I have done work.
Because you shot it. It was all shot back in.
Yeah, like
September.
Time. Yeah.
Okay, so you.
So I've like obviously there. I'm lying for however long I was there for, and then I had to carry on lying because I've obviously come back.
Of course.
Everyone's. Where did you go? Oh, I just sort of went out. Went to see a man about a dog, as my mum would always say.
Because you're in the army, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
So what did they think you were doing?
So I just was like, I've just had like an exercise deployed. I was just deployed somewhere. Wasn't allowed my
Scotland.
phone. Yeah.
At least that's a little bit more believable.
Yeah,
like you're in
100%.
the army kind of makes sense. Like
there is so many questions I've got for you, Harry, but
of course.
let's go all the way. Are you ready for this? Because I'm the ultimate fanboy.
I'm fanboy and I can't wait. This
Stop
is amazing.
it. Look, you, from day one, you were selected as a traitor. So you are a traitor through and through. From that moment, you got that little tap on your shoulder from the Winkle herself.
Yeah,
I saw you physically lick your lips.
You know, I didn't even
We all saw it. You were like, Harris, I'm a traitor now, all blindfolded. Did you want to be a traitor when you went?
Yeah, 100%.
I really...
And also that lick of the lips thing, like, no one sort of believes it, but I just had, like, proper dry mouth. I was smiling, so, you know, I was trying to pull my tongue back down with my teeth.
Your lips
so I was
stuck
like,
to your
I'm
tooth.
going to take this blindfold off and everyone's going to see me with my lips stuck up here.
Because you're nervous when you're in
and I was so nervous.
environment, right?
I sort of, like, licked to be like, all right, come back down. I need to sort of focus.
But it's became like a meme on Twitter.
Yeah,
Everyone's going, he loves it, look, he wants to be a traitor.
I did love it, though, because I was like, I've always said I'm a Jekyll and Hyde sort of person. Monday to Friday, I do the job, get the work done. As soon as it comes to the weekend, I have no control over my actions sort of thing. I'm just Harry who loves to just, So then when I was in there, it was like, I have to be trustworthy and faithful all the time. So I wanted to see if I could pull it off.
The one thing that I think you really had in your favour is, what are you, 22, 23 now?
Well, 23 now.
23
so
now, 22 on the show.
Yeah.
You were pretty much played it like everyone's little brother. You know, we saw you there with Molly in the final.
Yeah.
She looked at you as basically a twin.
She's devastated.
Yeah, she trusted you completely. That was the best bit of gameplay. But for you going in, we can all sit here and go, oh, if we did that, I'd love to be a traitor.
Yeah.
The second you get that tap on the shoulder, that's when it becomes real.
Yeah.
And your mindset completely changes in that
100%.
moment. Am I going to be finding traitors or am I going to be the one who's murdering people in the night? What goes through your mind when you met up with the other traitors in the turret?
It was like the hardest thing because I have the worst, believe it or not, I have the worst poker face in the world. It's like my family always know when I'm lying. So like, say if Louise like here like this and you was like, you're a traitor, I'd be like, no, but then start laughing and then someone would be like, well, that's so random. But in there, it was like, I don't know what happened. It was like a switch flicked and I was like, here for my family, here to make, like, try and win the money.
And that was your
like,
tagline.
That was my motivation.
Yeah.
And that was like, this
Game
is it.
face,
I'm never
this
going
is
to be
it.
this close to ever being able to make this sort of money again in my life. So I was like, I'm going to give it everything. But then, obviously, when I'm sat there, and I actually wanted to be a traitor so bad, but Claudia Winkleman sort of made me nervous. And, like, I don't know why, she's such a powerful
It's that
woman.
fringe.
Yeah,
She's
so I
brilliant,
was, like,
isn't
sort of
she?
scared.
She's
so
brilliant.
when we had the interview, I don't even remember what I said. And I was like, oh, I've messed this up. She's never going to choose me because I can't even remember what I had said.
Yeah.
But then, so when I was sat there and the pressure of the blindfolds and, like, them blindfolded, like, I couldn't even cheat. Like, I tried seeing where she was.
Well, I always think that, thinking, like, can I look down and maybe see it?
You know, like, I always say, like, in school,
work.
in school when you played head down, thumbs up, and you would look under the table to see people's feet. You would cheat. And then I tried doing that, but obviously you couldn't. And then in that moment in time, I was like, how am I going to pull off a lie? So I didn't really want her to tap me. Then as soon as she did, it was like a complete change. It was like,
well, you're in then, aren't you?
Like, I know what I need to do.
Can I ask, Well, the clip that we just saw there, OK, that kind of, in a way, for Molly, it, like, breaks my heart a little bit because she was just devastated. What happens when the cameras stop rolling?
Yeah, I mean, like, I wanted to mention Molly, obviously, as well, because our connection... Like,
great
just
girl.
yeah, and also put it out there, like, for all the rumours that there's no romance involved. It's just
no,
two
you've got
young
a girlfriend.
People. I've got an amazing girlfriend who I love dearly. So is she. She's got an amazing boyfriend who I've met. He's a legend. So, like, I feel a bit sorry for them because it's like we're just two young people who built a genuine connection. I know more about her boyfriend than I do about Molly.
Yeah.
She knows more about my girlfriend than she does about me because that's how we connect.
You know what we're like, though, on a reality show. We're like, oh, they love each other.
We love it,
honestly,
don't we?
Just
We
like
love love.
really close friends. But then, and exactly that shows our bond because when it had finished, she was still worried about me and she didn't want me to feel like she hated me. So as soon as it stopped, like, it was stopped.
It was a game.
She didn't let, and she's amazing to know that. Like, she wanted to see me and I was a bit worried going in. I thought she's going to be behind the door, like she's going to put me out my misery, like, straight in the back of my head, something like that. But no, she just gave me a massive hug and was like, I love and hate you at the same
Well, you played a blinder.
You did.
You played a blinder.
Like, this is the game. If anyone deserves, like, to be a traitor from the start and carry on lying, and I just think that shows her personality to a T, like, how amazing, because I wouldn't blame her if she still hated me now.
No, do you know what? And I think it's very fair. I was watching you on BBC Breakfast the other morning, on Saturday morning, and it was so lovely to see the three of you, Molly and Jazz, that were in the final. One thing we need to start talking about is how you turned on your fellow traitors. You got pretty much all of them out. Before we talk about it, let's have a little look at your best bits.
If you feel me touch you on the shoulder, it means that you are a traitor.
I'm buzzing, I can't wait. People honestly don't have a clue. I'm here to do what I need to do to win the money. It's the perfect play to murder your best friend. Eyes aren't turning on me, they're always turning on someone else. I love this game. I'm one of the people stirring the pot and it feels so good.
Somebody's for playing a very clever game, basically.
I've voted for yourself, Miles, so I've got to go with yourself as well, Paul. Dear Ross.
Dead man walking.
Dead man walking.
You're a good scapegoat.
It's getting too brave, so we put her in her place. I'll vote for yourself, Ross. Every time someone calls me a faithful, I get a little tingle inside.
I'd be happy standing at the final with Harry, confident that he's a faithful.
I am being a traitor.
Come on! I'm the best traitor in the world!
The best thing after you shouting out was, I hope Molly didn't hear that, knowing that she's knocking it back. You were a brilliant traitor. You were absolutely incredible. And there were some other brilliant traitors in there as well.
Course,
Paul, quite notable. He thought he was the one pulling the strings in that turret. But you, quite early on, were like, all right, Paul, I'll let you think that you are. But you pretty much were in control of the traitors, weren't you?
I mean, all of them were amazing as well because, like, I have to big the whole traitors up because at the same time, they could have been so salty. So each time I voted for one, I was also stressing, they're going to be like, I'm bringing him down with me, but they never done that, and that's like credit to them as people as well. But like the whole Paul thing, I knew Paul was a big character and I clicked with him straight away, like best friends. But I just sort of looked at him like he wasn't being himself, and he'll tell you that, like he was living this lie in a character that he's made up by like reading mad books and stuff. Whereas me was just myself, open book. So he was like, he had to keep living this lie, and it's sort of, I was just like, all right, I think like I'll just take the back step, like you do you and I'll do me. And like I said, I'm playing my game as just around other people. So
can I ask, since this is all sort of, you know, you've finished that in September, and obviously your family and stuff, I'm assuming they were aware a little bit later.
Yeah.
How does everybody react towards you now? Now everybody knows that you can lie to that degree.
I know.
Like, how do people receive you?
Girlfriend film.
Yeah, like that. What?
So I'd be like, oh, what's going on?
It's one thing when someone surprises you and you go, you've lied to me, you won't lie to me. I didn't know I was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
That was too well done. But this is like...
next level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was there thinking, oh, my gosh, I'm a bit nervous of myself now. Can I even trust myself? Like, massive red flag, but... like, my other half, she's amazing, and she knew what needed to be done to sort of win it. My family always have a joke, like I was speaking to them on the weekend, and I see a few people, it was having conversations with them like this, and then they're like, yeah. Are
you telling the truth?
But I don't know if I can trust you, though. And I'm like, I don't need to lie anymore. Like, it was just...
Well, talking of
really
trust, one other person I want to talk to you about is Andrew. He was a traitor as well, and love Andrew. I think he's a great guy. He's more of a follower than a leader, I think was what we've seen over the series. But he turned on you in the final.
And the best thing about it was I really trusted him.
Yeah, and I think he really trusted you, but I think it was just that mindset of, I think we've seen you do it to Paul, we've seen you do it to Ash, we've seen you do it before. Is he going to turn on me? And I think he just tried to get in there too quick. Do you think he played that hand quite quickly? Would you have taken him into the final with you and not turned?
Nah.
You wouldn't have?
I know, it sounds so bad and like greedy, but like, it was like, to me, I just thought I've got this opportunity to win it. Like, it's in the bag sort of thing. And I just, like, and the game's called The Traitors. So if I'm going to be a traitor from the start, I might as well finish it as a traitor. And to be honest, I loved Andrew to pieces, but he had always told me, like, I just want to get to the final. That was it. Like, that just made him happy getting to the final. So I never thought he would turn on me. But fair play
to him.
I can't say I wouldn't have done the same, because if someone was taking me down with him, I'd been like, hang on a minute.
Gone for him.
Yeah, I'm coming for you then. So
well, someone who did go for you was Jazz.
Jazz, yeah.
That finale was... if I had longer nails, I would have bit them all off, because it was just ridiculous. Molly is standing there. Jazz decided not to end the game, because it's entirely up to you when you end the game. It could have been you, Molly and Jazz as the game ended, and that's that. He decided to not end the game because he believed that you were a traitor. He was very clever, Jazz. Jazzifer Christie, everyone calls him now. Molly originally wrote your name to banish you. And then you managed to persuade her not to because of the friendship that you've got. Have you ever asked Molly this? Because I want to ask her myself. Did it ever cross Molly's mind to think, why has Jazz not ended the game if he's a traitor? He would have won.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't see, like, Molly really didn't trust Jazz anyway, and we had conversations about how we would end the game, and I always said I was happy to end it with her and Jazz, and she was like, are you sure, like, talking about the finals, because she was never happy with Jazz. Like, she always had suspicions. Like, Jazz was an amazing person, but like I say, that's the hardest thing about the game is you have to trust someone.
Yeah. So it's the build-up.
Hopefully you don't trust the wrong person.
Molly.
Oh, my gosh.
But, like, you have to, because if you have a theory and you need support and you need backing, if people don't trust you and are confused a bit by you and are a bit suspect, they won't really believe anything you say either. And then also the other end of the stick, if people are coming for you, you need these people as like a support group around you. So even if that's 1 or 2 people, you have to go in there and trust. And obviously, I got really lucky with building that connection with Molly, whereas he didn't. So we had already spoke about that situation, and she didn't really trust him at all. And well, luckily for me, she
there you go. Luckily for you,
Harry, you were just incredible.
Honestly.
First traitor to ever win the UK version. Congratulations.
And your bank account's looking very healthy today.
What
are you going to do with it?
I don't know. Should we just all run off and go get a porn star martini?
I'm more than that. You can take Molly on holiday, though. You've got to take Molly away.
Yeah, I owe Molly 100%.
Deal.
Yeah.
Harry,
some way.
You've been great.
So good to see you.
Well done. Give it up for your traitors winner, everyone. Well done, eh?
I appreciate it.
Doing everything I tell my children not to do. Kids, don't watch this. You shouldn't lie, OK?
Don't do it. Don't do it. The lovely...
Paloma is here now. I'm liking the feel of that music.
Yes.
The hair.
Is it making you feel like a bad woman?
She made me feel like a bad woman. I'm always a bad woman.
No encouragement to be a bad woman.
Tell us a little bit about it, because I love her hair. What was the inspiration? Is that your natural hair?
No, my hair is actually that colour naturally, but I've been dyeing it so long I couldn't remember, so I just thought I'd try it out. But the song is about kind of saying, I'm done with this kind of social pressure on women, teaching us, raising our kids to be good girls and being raised as one, like always behave, be nice, don't speak out. And it's about me saying, I am done with it. If you want to call me a bad woman, then OK, I'm a bad woman.
Go ahead and do so.
But every night before bed, my 2-year-old asks me to sing her that song, and she's gone. She keeps walking up to strangers saying, I'm a bad woman. She's only that big.
You're like, no, you're not.
Just not
like,
yet.
I want you to be empowered.
One day you will
be a bad
You're not
girl.
even a woman yet.
No. So please keep saying please and thank you.
Yeah, please and thank you, but still be a bad woman.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, so I think it's just about kind of saying no to, I reject all these expectations. I do think that feminism's got to this point where it's like, everyone keeps telling me, we had feminism, it's brilliant, now we've got equality. It definitely doesn't feel like equality. I think we're doing too much. I think we've got halfway through, we're working, we're holding the home, we're being the, like,
first person on the parent WhatsApp group. We're ordering the school uniform. We're doing the food shop. We're like all these things, and there's this like unseen mental labour that women with and without children are kind of expected. Like, oh, always be maternal. Everyone's like, I spoke to you about my feelings, and you weren't there for me. And it's like, yeah, OK, but I'm really busy. Like,
do you think that's,
really
irrespective of sex, do you think that's just the social, that's the kind of the pressures of living in the modern age to a point?
I think it's mainly on women. I don't think that men... I think it's acceptable behaviour from men and not from women. I think it's an imbalance and unfairness. To be like, no, I've got too much on to really care about your feelings. She's awful. She's not maternal at all. But, like, if a man goes, I'm really busy at work, sorry, we're like, oh, bless him, he's stressed.
So true.
It's just not fair. So
I think those are like the
about...
norms that are put in society. So it's not like... this is what we talk about all the time. Men aren't encouraged to talk about their feelings, so therefore that is the reaction a man will
But
get.
I think that the patriarchy is perpetuated by all genders. I think that we're too hard on each other at times. Like, oh, God, she was really cold-hearted. You know, she left her husband and kids. Or it's all like, what about the pressure she was under? Like, you know, it's not necessarily just coming from men. You know, I think a lot of men want to try. Yeah. But, you know, I've never heard of a career man. I've only ever heard of a career woman.
For sure.
And apparently career men actually exist.
When you take these themes and these thoughts, how do you translate? Is this translated into, like, the whole album, or...?
Yeah, so the album's out February 16th. It's called The Glorification
We're all over
of
that,
Sadness.
don't you worry.
Yeah, hopefully everyone's going to pre-order it. And
the glorification of sadness.
Yeah.
Wow, that's deep, isn't it?
Well, I like to think of myself as a bit deep,
You are
Alison.
quite deep. I think you are.
And it's all about the breakup that I had with my children's dad, which is like a kind of... It's a bit different to, like, songs that I sung when I was younger about just cut and run. You know what it's like. It feels very heavy that I broke up with my children's dad. I feel a real sense of responsibility. I feel like this stages of grief are just so kind of present, and even now, 2 years on, I still feel this kind of, like, overarching sense of guilt that I failed my children or I failed society or what's expected. And so the album sort of chronologically goes through the stages of grief, whether it's a relationship breakup or a death or whatever, but it goes through all your feelings. There's moments where I'm, like, knee-jerk and, like, a sort of, like, petulant child, and it's sort of childlike. And then there's moments where it's more introspective and sad.
So interesting.
And it really sort of just depicts it all. And I'm really excited for people to... Obviously, we started with How You Leave a Man, then now it's Bad Woman, and it goes on. It sort of, it documents the whole thing. But it is definitely my biggest failure that I've ever... And it's probably my only regret, I would say. I've never really been someone who regretted anything.
When you're putting pen to paper, did you have a word with yourself about, well, how much do I want to... Because if you're gonna do this, I suppose you've got to be all in, haven't you? If you're going to write an album, literally, it's so sort of raw and you processing. Did you hold back at all, or you thought, like, how much of myself am I going to share on this?
I can't really hold back as a person. I'm not very good at it.
Firstly, Paloma, it's not a failure. This is life. People split up. You know, just the fact that these children, you know, it's the children's dad that you split up with doesn't make you a failure. You might even find that it's your biggest success. You're a single mum. You're a pop star. You're absolutely smashing it, and you look like you're from France. I mean, what can I say? Do you know what I mean, babe? You are smashing life. Don't ever say that's a failure. That's your life. That's your journey. That's your story, and that's how it's going.
Well, thank you. You're amazing. You're
glad
like
you've
the
come on the
beacon
couch
of it
for
all.
some good
Sorry,
therapy.
but
No, I mean it. That's really good advice.
I felt that failure when I split up with my son's dad, but, you know, his dad now moved on. He's married. He's got 3 other children. They're part of our family as well.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know
have a really good
how it's going to work out, his story. It's part of your story, and, you know, we have ups and downs,
I'd say
don't we?
it's changed shape, the relationship, but it's definitely probably going to be the longest relationship I've ever had, because it has to be. And we're really good friends, so that's...
Tell us about this tour, because this is... Are you taking the kids with you? What's going to happen?
Of course.
Oh, this is going to be so
I can't leave my kids behind.
So they're coming along.
Yeah, they always do. Although the older one will be in school, but I've scheduled it so it does go over the Easter holidays. So then we can do a bit of tour on the Easter holidays. That's on purpose. But yeah, it's in April. I'm really excited. It's why I do this job. I love playing live.
And you can see your audiences well.
14 sold-out dates already. I'm so excited, and there's still some left. Yeah. So hopefully...
Well, we might come, might we?
Hopefully you guys will come.
Paloma's album, The Glory.
Not in the Easter holiday ones.
On February the 16th. Tickets for the UK tour on sale now. Paloma, thank you.
We love you, Paloma. Thank you so much.
And the star of the show, of Trigger Point, Vicky McClure's here now. Hi, Vicky.
Hey,
Yuppie duck, how are you?
Sorry,
we need to dominate.
We actually haven't, so it's so
it's
nice.
a proper Hello Me Duck moment.
Yeah. It is. It's nice, both from the East Midlands. And I'll say, back from where I'm from, Vicky's like, you know, our celeb. Yeah. Because you don't get many in Nottingham.
Well, the thing about Vicky, though, is you fly the flag for Nottingham, don't you? You adore the place.
I do, yeah, I do. I'm very proud of where I'm from. My mum's here with me today.
Oh,
yeah.
Hi, Mum.
So, Trigger Point back on Sunday. So if anyone's missed Series 1, just fill us in.
Yeah. So we're following a group of expos, basically, that work within the Met, and it's the different threats throughout London that, you know, they're on the cases of. But there's so many characters within it and relationships that are... torn apart, let's say, and Series 1 was, we lost so many characters. So coming back to Series 2, it is the repercussions of that, and then also the different devices and the different threats that come with Trigger Point, you know, device after device.
Well, this is the thing, because when you first hear Trigger Point, you think it's going to be all about guns, and then you realise it's actually all about bombs, and it's all that, you know, the nail-biting, cutting-the-wires moments, isn't it?
Yeah, it is that kind of sit-on-the-edge-of-your-seat kind of drama, you know. Yeah. And we have really... we've got all the experts with us all the time, giving us as much advice as they can, but there's that artistic licence that we have to put in place. And, we want to make it entertaining.
Do you remember when Spooks first came out? And it was the first show I remember that they just started killing off, like, members of the cast. And you couldn't look away. And it's got the same vibe to that, in that, like... Because most were dramas, you know, you just think, well, yeah, but I'll see the character again. Whereas what about Trigger Point, you're probably not.
No, but it's people you don't expect to suddenly go, don't they?
I know. Well, Adrian Lester, episode 1... You know,
that was
you were just like, oh, God. I love Adrian
Sat
Lester.
down going, oh, I'm really looking forward. I love Adrian Lester.
I was really looking forward to working with him. For a hot minute. I was like, OK.
Was it quite cool, though, to get back with some of the same cast and get, you know, your bomb suit back on?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it was a lot of the same crew, a lot of the same cast, and then obviously lots of new people as well, so it always keeps things nice and fresh. And we have a laugh. I think when you're making drama, it's quite tense and serious, so there's always music playing and, you know, TikToks being made and just people having a bit of fun.
That kind of atmosphere is so important, and it's probably like from the top down. And this series, you're an executive producer, so you've genuinely got that responsibility, haven't you, to make sure everyone's happy.
Yeah, and you know what? Most exec producers aren't going to be on set naturally every day, and because it means I can see what's, you know, going on, and it's great to be able to have a hand in on the script and the casting and things, but actually just knowing that day to day, you know, treat everyone to a coffee or to a Greg's.
An army marches on its stomach, and that's what we had.
What's this obsession with the sausage roll?
Oh, do you know what? I've just... It's not an obsession, it's just we all like a Greg's sausage roll. I mean, it's like, I'm no different to anyone else. It's just I happen to have a contact.
You worked out the crew and the cast love one as well. So you got the van. Oh, my God, it's like an ice cream van.
This is their effort, though. I've got a very good contact there. And last year we shot it in summer, so we designed an ice cream van with sausage rolls on instead of ice creams. It was a great day at work. I mean, look how happy he is.
There's good contacts and there's good contacts. Like, that is great contacts. That's you rocking up with an ice cream van. Amazing.
I know.
It's just happy, isn't it?
It is. I think we'd all like... Can you work on this show, please?
I can certainly give it a go. Yeah,
lovely,
why not? I'm sure they'd love it.
So your character, Lana, what's she up to now? Like, what's been happening since we last tuned in?
So she's kind of escaped, really, for 6 months. She's gone to Estonia to help train Ukrainian bomb disposal experts. And she's not dealt with everything, you know, all the loss and the trauma that she went through in Series 1. She's run away and not really dealt with it. And when she comes back, she's kind of thrown in at the deep end. And we very quickly
goes straight into the case. You see this massive fireball over the City of London, and she's straight back to work.
The light get back.
You know, is her focus there? Is she, you know, firing on all cylinders? No.
And I suppose you have to deal with those things, don't you? 'Cause it's not just an action drama. You've got to deal with, like, the realities of PTSD, otherwise you're not doing it justice, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. And that's always... I mean, I tend to do a lot of things that are quite, you know, dark drama, and it's just something that I enjoy trying to tap into, and I get loads of help and support and advice from the real expos that are really, you know, giving with their times that they've been through. And there's only so much you can do. You know, this is a drama, but I give it my best shot. And there were some scenes that we did that we improvised, and I was really glad we were able to do that, because it just makes it that bit more natural sometimes. You know, it lends itself better. And just working with a great cast. You know, they're brilliant. They're such a... Everybody's got energy. We all want to make it... Yeah, exactly. We just want to make it a great show.
Well, it is, and it got such a lovely reception for season 1, so we're all very excited for the new season. I know you've not stopped, like, since. You've been everywhere, you've been doing all your charity work, and then did you visit the King? You were at the palace, weren't you?
I did, yeah. And, yeah.
With your mum?
With my mum, my dad and Johnny, yeah. We went to Windsor, and I got an MBE, and, yeah, it was funny, actually, 'cause as you're walking around the palace, sort of going different sections, my mum said to somebody, "Oh, can I ask who it is? Because you don't know who it is until the day." And they said, "It's the King, madam." She went, "Yes, yes." So
you got the top dog.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very surreal experience. You know, obviously, just you know, where when you come from Nottingham and you just, you know, I didn't.
You sort of like, how am I here?
Yeah, because it wasn't the, you know, it's not in the plan. There's no plan. There's everything. I just feel really grateful. You know, even seeing my face on all these posters across the city, it's not, you know, I don't take it in my stride. I'm still like, oh my God.
Oh, I love it.
But you know what? You got that through working with, you know, your work in dementia and, you know, especially our dementia choir, and you've gone on to do great things there. And congratulations on it all.
Thank you.
Brilliant. And, and come back for Soccer Aid, because she's genuinely one of the best managers.
Oh, you're kidding?
Oh, thanks, Dermot.
She's booked. Please tell me. Thank you,
What can't
Vicky.
this woman do?
Trigger Point Season 2 premiere this Sunday at 9 p.m. on ITV1. Loose. Let's consider this your final spoiler warning. We are about to bring you bang up to date with last night's episode of The Traitors, and it all ended with a beautifully timed bombshell from the latest contestant to leave the castle. Take a look.
Honestly, boys, I feel like we can win this.
Ross, I think it's you. I've got to start thinking and doing traitorous things.
I chatted to Andrew. He thinks you're being elusive, man.
We're super suspicious of Ross.
All eyes are on Ross. If they get rid of Ross, and it's another foot in the door for me and Andrew.
You're desperate and are scrabbling to save yourself.
You said to me that Andrew told you today that I was moving hella elusive and that.
No, we never use the word elusive. Look at this, man, because you have barefaced lied to me.
I voted for yourself, Ross.
I voted for you, Ross, tonight.
Ross, you have received the most votes.
I was actually the son of someone, and that person was Diane. Guys, I am a traitor.
So good. I love that moment.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Diane isn't here now.
Oh.
But Ross is.
Hey, Ross!
How are you doing? You OK?
Yeah, so cool.
How are you doing?
I'm all right, you know. I'm all right. It's funny because you watch it back, like, so I watched it back last night, and you can't help but get transported back to the moment. And so, you know, I was going through an emotional roller coaster, getting angry at the round table, you know, having fun with it at the end. So,
I mean, to get people up to speed who haven't seen it or maybe aren't really sure what The Traitors is all about, for most of the show, you've been playing a faithful, trying to spot who in the group is a traitor.
Yeah.
Then you got recruited, and that's where actually it all just went a little bit wrong. But is that because you were still in faithful mode?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, I'm, you know, 100% faithful through and through. There just wasn't enough time to implement a game plan, right?
Yeah.
You know, I had all these thoughts in my head of what I was going to do. Sit down at breakfast, Zach is straight in there, couldn't have a sip of coffee before. You know, I need a bit of sustenance just to get the brain ticking, and when you've got someone just gunning for you straight away. So, you know, it was just hard. It's hard to be in that situation and get your game plan across in such a short space of time.
The show is so interesting for me because having worked on Big Brother for so long, where basically, you know, it was a game show, but largely you won from being the most amiable and, like, the nicest person to live with.
And trustworthy. Always.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So when people kind of betrayed trust in the house, it was quite a big thing. It's the whole point of the show. So there's kind of, you know, you're not in there to make friends as such, but it's kind of fair game, isn't it, really?
It's fair game. You're not in it to make friends, but you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're
so
in
long.
such an intense
That must be the hardest thing.
Yeah, and like, you know, this is obviously a small version of it, but when you're sat around with 22 people around this huge table, you can't not look at them. It's so intense. So, you know, you're only out there for a set amount of days, but you make those real connections with people straight away.
And also, it's so concentrated.
It's so concentrated, and it's like a microcosm of like what life is, but at the same time, it's not reality because, you know, in real life, you don't go around backstabbing your friends and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
And accusing them of stuff all the
time. And you know, winking at cameras. And it's like it's a bit different than real life. So it was, you know, like you saw with me and Paul. Like I adored Paul, and we got on really well. And when I found out he obviously was a traitor, you know, every part, like, I didn't feel annoyed or anything. I just thought, fair play to the man. Yeah, well played. Like, I didn't realise, I hadn't watched the season before. Silly of me. I didn't really have.
Is it silly? Do you think, like, do you think in many ways it was kind of nice to go in the blank sheet?
Yeah, 100%. I think because me and Mum went in, it allowed us to have a bit more fun with it. If we then had some kind of crazy game plan as well, which we genuinely didn't, it would have been too much pressure then to actually just go in and try and have a bit of fun.
Gosh, you can't be so casual. When me and Mum went in,
We have to
when
speak
your
about-
mum was in, this has just been the bombshell of the whole series. So your mum, Diane, I mean, she was on the show last week. It was like having Beyonce in. Everyone was just so obsessed with her.
It was, I tell you what, this building, right, so, you know, you've got some big shows that, like, big guests, big Hollywood A-listers come in. This place, there was just a frisson when your mum came in. You could honestly go, is she in? Have you seen her? Like, it's unbelievable. Richard Arnold was there. Graham Norton's people were outside. I mean, everyone wanted a piece of the big D.
Oh, and
You
she
know
played
what?
it so
Oh,
well.
that doesn't sound right, but okay.
Oh, gloss over that.
When she came back and she told me, and we were all going, you know, me and the siblings were going, you know, was it overwhelming? She's just like, no, not at all. She's born for it. She's born for it.
She was, and what was amazing, because when you first find it, because we as the viewers find out quite early on that you're mother and son before they only found out when you left last night.
Yeah.
But we kept thinking, he's going to say mum by accident. He's going to call her mum. Did you ever do it?
I never did it. I never did
did.
it. It
So
wasn't. It was
impressive.
actually
I'd never be able
weirdly.
to do that.
It wasn't hard. I thought that was going to be the thing.
Yeah.
I thought, especially in challenges where maybe, you know, you're kind of lured into a false sense of security, there's other stuff going on that maybe I'll just, the slip of the tongue, I'll say mum. But it was surprisingly easy to call her Diane.
Really?
Does that say something? Like, I don't really know. But do you know what I mean? It was
Says you were a born traitor.
Yeah.
Before we have a look at how, when you get recruited to be a traitor, how easy was it to turn?
Yeah, it was easy. Yeah, it was easy. I don't know. I think in some ways I probably should have been a traitor. If you look at like my application, I guess you'll see that I wanted to be a traitor, and you can see it. And it was only until my girlfriend was like, "But then you got to put on that cloak," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I've got to put on the cloak." I was like, "Oh no, faithful."
This is the thing, there's a lot of pressure to be a traitor, isn't there? Like, you've got to lie the entire time.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, should we have a cloak for you so you can get into the role?
Cloak.
Yeah.
Because I think I'd be born faithful, but the cloak's the one thing that would attract me to it.
Well, I feel like you have more fun being a traitor, don't you?
You have more fun. You definitely. I mean, I didn't have more fun because I was in it for 12 hours and got.
Well, they
voted out.
turned on you pretty quick.
They turned on me really quick. Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at incredible moments of you and your mother.
What made you apply for that?
Funnily enough, my mum put me up for it.
Paul just could be my son. But Ross says...
I think you're saying something.
Would get a chance to speak. You need to stop on Zach.
So you're still a question mark?
No.
I am your mother. You listen to me.
What about Diane?
She's just getting too brave and stuff. You put her in her place.
If I've got an opportunity, they're getting it.
I can't believe this. I mean, I've worked with Dermot all week and I thought I knew him. And now look what's happened. He's been recruited! I didn't think you had evil in you, Dermot, but here we are.
You can't help it when you put the cape on.
It feels powerful, right?
Really get into it, Ross.
Are you impressed with how long you actually did stay in the competition, especially with the added pressure of pretending not to be mother and son, and you're both faithfuls, then you go to be a traitor?
Yeah, no, 100%. I really didn't want to go out first. And nobody does.
No.
But after that, again, because I hadn't quite caught up with the first season, didn't really necessarily know what it was about. I was like, oh, I'll be rubbish at this, and I didn't think I was going to get past kind of 3, 4. So anything after that was a bonus, and to get to episode 10, whatever number contestant that was amazing. Yeah.
You start seeing the finishing line.
Yeah, you start seeing that cash money.
Well, there
you
was
really
time,
do, yeah.
I saw, you know, there's little times when your mum tried to just give you a little bit of advice, you know, don't keep going for him or stay away from her. Have you two debriefed since?
Yeah, we debriefed. So she obviously went, and then when I left, I just took a beeline to her house, basically, so we could have a little debrief, and we stayed up till kind of 4 or 5 in the morning just chatting about it, which is so lovely because, you know, the other contestants don't get that, right?
No.
They go back to their families, they'll ask how it was, but, you know, if you're not in the situation, it's not a real debrief, you know?
Yeah.
So we got to kind of analyse it, and we're very competitive people, so at the start it was quite nice, and then it was like, what could we have done better to win the game?
And the thing is, I think most people watch it and you put yourself in the position, don't you, and go, OK, could I spot a traitor? So what would be your tips, as it were? Like, do you think you were good at spotting traitors?
Dermot, I've got no tips, mate. I think we all know that I'm one of the worst traitor spotters the game's ever seen. So I wouldn't take tips off me, to be honest with you. But no,
you must see the nuances and work out if that person's playing. It must be so hard. You're probably overthinking that all the time.
Yeah, because, you know, if someone's quiet, they're a traitor. If someone's loud, they're a traitor. If someone is feeling not great that day because of just being a human, traitor.
It's really interesting.
You know?
We had Dr. Dave Wilson, our criminologist. We were just talking about it yesterday. And he was saying it's the grey man you want to look out for. It's not the loud or the quiet ones. It's the ones
in the middle. Yeah.
Too loud and you stand out. Too quiet, what are they hiding?
Exactly.
It's a very intricate balance to play, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, your mum did play it so well, and then she got so good that she was a threat, and then you had this awful moment of watching your poor mum be buried alive. I mean...
This could have changed the game a little bit on there. Like, you're up again, you're like, wow, OK.
This was
personal. I
personal.
love the fact they did this. It was so good. Your mum was such a great sport for doing it as well.
Was it weird to watch, though?
Yeah, well, yeah, of course it was. You know, nobody wants to see their kind of 60-plus-year-old mother put in a coffin before her time, you know. But, so...
the way Claudia just slams the lid, in you get.
Claudia took no prisoners at all. Yeah, it was weird, but also you do very much see that there's lights and it's a game. And my kind of feeling was, OK, if I'm too emotional, the other contestants are going to think that's weird because, like, me and Diane aren't very close, you know, we're trying to keep a distance. You know.
Why is he so garb about Diane?
Still calling her Diane, not Mum.
I've been calling her Diane since.
Claudia, you're so right with Claudia, though. I don't think there's anyone else could have done it because it's that combination of charm and ruthlessness.
Yes, you're so right. She's warm and evil at the same time.
She's brilliant.
Who's going to win?
Oh, yeah, come on. Who's your money on?
I mean, look, I was only a traitor for 24 hours, so it's team faithful all the way for me.
Nice. I think maybe Harry might bottle it towards the end, give himself away a bit.
We'll see. We will see.
We will see.
Thanks,
It's very exciting. Thank you so much for that.
Okay.
Oh, we've been hooked. Now, yes, amazing. And the stars of Lift, Kevin Hart and Gugu and Bartaro, join us now. Oh my God, guys! I know that you've been on this crazy press run. You've been so excited to get this movie out for everyone to see. We know that you had a big one last night, and so we thought we'd prep you with the only way we know how here in Britain. Cue Phil Vickery.
Thank you, Phil.
Oh wow!
Are you?
Oh, this Bloody Mary. Yes, it's a bloody. Oh my God!
Thank you. Oh my God!
I'm gonna drink it.
Do it.
I'll leave yours there.
Thank you, my love.
Cheers.
And cheers.
And wait for that.
Still coming.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case you're
Thank you.
Don't listen to them.
Yes, thank you.
Enjoy.
Now this is called a welcome package. Thank you so much.
I don't want to go into any details, but was the night fun last night?
It wasn't a crazy night. I just drank some stupid stuff. I drank like an old bottle of tequila.
Oh, that's
vintage tequila.
That'd do it. Yeah. That's not a crazy night.
But I want to make not like at a party atmosphere. I'm not at a nightclub.
Just at your own, smash it.
Just at a dinner, and we just decided to drink it. And It was smooth there, but I'm paying for it today.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Look at me. Look at how I pop up for you guys.
There we go.
I'm here. I'm ready.
Congratulations on Lift. Streaming now on Netflix. Tell us about it. Because, Kevin, I mean, I'm just doing my research here. So you produced it, and then...
Yes.
Incredibly, you landed the lead role after producing it. And then you cast Guga. I mean, it's worked out pretty well for you.
I got very lucky. I got very lucky in casting myself. No, you know, our company, Heartbeat, is... definitely growing, and I think the beauty of growth, of course, is the trust that your partners start to have in you. And Netflix, at least, you know, they're trusting us to say, hey, can you guys manage a budget of this scale? You know, you're talking about a $100+ million movie. And Simon Kinberg, who, of course, has operated in this space for quite some time, he acted as a partner, and we put the pieces to the puzzle together and put together what I would like to say is an amazing global IP. So I can't wait for people to enjoy it. It's action, it's adventure, fun, to Google's point. There's
it's
love
really
story.
fun.
There's so much that the movie offers.
Do you remember, like, the British show The Hustle?
Yes.
How good that was.
Yeah.
It's like a mixture of that, sort of meets Ocean's 11.
Right.
Meets Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise is coming for you, I'm sure.
Yes.
But Gugu, talk me through, because it is action-packed, and you were doing loads of this action yourself as well.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that heist genre is so much fun. And I think for me, having come from some more serious dramas lately, you know, a couple of psychological thrillers like The Girl Before and Surface and obviously Loki, like where my characters are very intense, you know, this, I get some serious action, as you can see. So many stunts, you know, which was really, really fun. And I think, you know, all the fight choreography, not just learning these fight moves, but also the plane set was moving, we had turbulence, we had the plane rotating. So it was really, really full on. We even had, you know, these incredible action sequences down the Grand Canal in Venice. The movie opens with this boat chase. So it was very iconic.
I mean, you see where that 100 million goes, right?
You spend the money.
Don't get much change.
You can spend it quick.
Guga, that must have been lovely for you to do something. I mean, that is not your comfort zone.
No. And I think, you know, as you grow in your career, and I think, you know, for me, and I know, Kevin, you're all about stretching yourself as well, but for me, it's about, you know, using different skills, working with different artists, trying different genres, trying to, you know, expand, you know, your skill set. And I think on this movie, as I say, it's light-hearted. There are a few laughs in there, but, you know, I'm still the straight woman. You know, I don't have to kind of carry the humour, but it's nice because I think when you work with people with different skill sets, you grow as well. And this ensemble is really impressive.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing casting.
Kevin, did you always want to do a heist movie? Was it?
Yeah. I mean, you know, the thought of actually getting to the space and place to play in action at this level, it's always been a want, but it's just something that you have to be patient about, right?
Yeah.
You can't just throw yourself into it and expect your audience to understand or to gravitate towards it. And I think my trajectory towards this point has kind of been mapped out. You know, when you look at The Upside, when you look at Fatherhood, when you look at True Story, these are more serious roles where I kind of stepped away from the comedy a little bit. So now getting to the point where Lift, not that it's a serious movie, but my character is more of a straightforward leading man. I'm not responsible for the jokes at all. That's now given to the other cast members of. And, you know, that's the direction that I'm now in and, like, leaning more towards at this point in my career, just trying to find success there.
Is it hard to get that first role? Like, when everyone knows you for comedy, and when you're you know, when you want to say, well, you know what, I can do more. You know what? Surely it's about getting that first role when a director or a producer goes, yeah, OK, I trust you for this.
I explained this to Gugu just in conversation. You know, the drama or the more serious stuff is easier. Comedy's harder because you feed off of the laugh, right? And, you know, like now we're on a set, there's a conversation, but there's no immediate laughter. So you're trusting...
I get that a lot around here.
You're trusting that on camera, what you're doing is going to hopefully provide laughter for the audience watching. It's much easier to be serious because silence is golden. And it's more about somebody saying, well, try it this way, try it that way.
Oh, you work so well together, and it's great. You know, you're both from humble beginnings. Gugu, you were laughing as you came in because you clocked that boat behind us.
Yes.
Tell us the story.
Yeah, when I was at drama school, my Saturday job was as a tour guide on the London Eye and on the river cruise that they have, and I just saw it go by. And it's funny also because on our first day...
Oh, here it comes, it's coming.
Here it goes again. On our first day on
set, we were actually filming in London on the South Bank, right here. And, you know, I was there, you know, it's the first day on set next to Kevin, you know, a bit nervous on the first day of any job. And I saw my boat go by and I was like, oh, it was just a lovely omen.
Great moment for you.
Really, a circle of life moment.
Yeah, and Hollywood star from, like, the person with the mic going,
there he goes.
On your left.
Yeah.
Is that yours?
There we go.
That's so cool.
Right now, what would you be saying if you were on?
Oh, my gosh. You know, what I always used to say, because I always knew what was on at the National Theatres, and as an aspiring actor at the time, I always had way too much detail about the productions. I'd be like, in the Olivier, you can see this. You know, in the Littleton, you can see this. I knew exactly what was going on. I was like, there's the Globe, Shakespeare's Globe. This season, this is what's on at the Globe. You know,
see the tourist going, right. Where's Tower Bridge?
I know, exactly.
Kevin, did she do this to you? Is it...
She gave me like a brief tutorial as to what she did, but it was a full circle moment for me. I mean, and that was our first day of working. So, you know, you're looking for, not icebreakers, because we had rehearsal time, we had been around each other, but it was like a nice, like, comfort within the day of, oh my God, Kevin, here's a great story. So I used to work on that boat, and it was pretty dope. I mean, anybody that can have, you know, that level of ground and make it, of course, to where they are, it's always good to hear.
And Kevin, producer Kevin, you've got a great cast on this as well. I mean, it's just like, it's all killer, no filler, isn't it? Jean Reno.
Yes.
I mean, Bert Gorman's so great as well, isn't he? I mean, you know, Ursula Cabrera from Casa de Papel, you know, it's just everywhere you look.
Money Heist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vincent. I mean, look, we have a stacked cast, you know. The goal was, once again, to put together what we would like to say a global landscape, you know, of opportunity. And to do that, you want the talent. You want the talent that checks those boxes.
Yeah.
And I feel like we definitely have that. And everybody delivered. Everybody, you know, expanded those roles to so much more than what we expected them to be.
And you want a WhatsApp group now with kind of Hollywood hard guys?
You talking about my action? Action.
100%?
Yeah, my action group.
Who's in charge of admin?
Well, I put it together.
So who's in there? Who's in there?
Action stars. It's just me, Tom Cruise. You know, we have Sylvester Stallone, Harrison Ford, Jet Li, Jackie Chan. Just all the guys.
But you've not invited Dwayne
He's
Johnson,
not in it.
He's not in it.
He's not in it. He's in another chat, but we muted him, so he doesn't know, like, what we talk about.
It's like, the guys aren't getting back to me lately about...
I've started this action chat thing, like, as a joke, but it's expanding, and I love that they're going to see it one day, and they're going to go, like, what is Kevin talking about?
Where is it?
No, what
chat?
Just saying random names. Vin Diesel. All we do is just talk about action.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having
Really
us.
appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed your hash... I mean, you barely touched your hash brown.
Well, I did have a sip of the Bloody Mary, and I almost ran off set, but I kept it together.
In that case, then don't imbibe anymore. If you fancy joining the Heist in the Sky, you can stream Lift on Netflix now. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
And Stars and Masters of the Air and Spin to Win, Austin Butler and Callum Turner. Not in that order. Join us now, guys. So good to have you with us. It really is. Thank you for having us. So, I mean, we saw it there. It's obviously about the American Air Force and the Second World War coming over here and then, you know, storming Fortress Europe. But tell us, from your description, what Masters of the Air is about.
I mean, it really is about the 100th Bomb Group who flew over Germany, Nazi Germany at that time, and yeah, we played two of the pilots that a lot of the young guys looked up to, and yeah, how do you describe it?
Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
Just like that.
Just like that.
But this is the thing. We loved Band of Brothers.
Yeah.
And so this is Band of Brothers, the Pacific. This is the next in that.
Yeah.
In that, it's about the people that saved the world, you know. These guys really changed the direction of the war, and without them, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing now. So to honour them and play them and tell their story is a beautiful thing. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, to do it on such an epic level as well, Steven Spielberg, you can just tell because it has that movie feel to a series. And I heard that you guys did, like, a proper boot camp to get in the zone for this, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
Like, in the wind, the rain, the cold.
Yeah,
the sunshine.
What, were you doing, like, press-ups, like drills and stuff?
Yeah, we did the sit-ups and push-ups and runs and all that.
Would it be like you sort of live with each other in the same kind of compound kind of thing, or how did that work?
Yeah, because of COVID, we weren't
all
at that time, but we would spend all day there.
Because I grew up watching, like, you know, Platoon was a big show when I was when I was a kid, and then I was in I got into Band of Brothers, and a few of my mates that were actors at the time auditioned for Band of Brothers. Right. And the name that keeps coming back is Dale Dye, who's this guy who was in Platoon. He was a real-life soldier, and then he went on to be a military advisor, and you mentioned him in my notes. I mean, he's a force of nature, isn't he?
I was quite starstruck by him, to be honest. Yeah, because Captain Dale Dye, he'd led the boot camps for Saving Private Ryan, Platoon, Band of Brothers.
He's the guy that Tropic Thunder is based off of.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No.
So that kind of gives you an idea of what we did for our training.
Yeah. And he is, and the thing is, he's not a bad actor either, because he has like bit parts in all these movies and things have been in is really good. You mentioned it, Callum. There's a kind of duty to, there's a responsibility, I think, as actors to get these stories right, because obviously, you know, you played many parts and you know, you're relatively young careers, but there's something about playing like soldiers and airmen like this that you don't want to get wrong, correct?
Yeah, I mean, look, these guys, what they did was for us, and there is always a level of responsibility, and when you're taking on a real person, you know, you've got to honour their legacy.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm so grateful to them for what they did.
You've got a family connection to the service.
My granddad was in the war, yeah. He was 16 years old. He came home, and he was one of 13, and he gave my great-grandmother a piece of paper to sign and said it's for a school trip. But it wasn't.
No!
It was to join the army.
Wow.
And he went off at 16, yeah.
Wow. We must have been in so much trouble with her.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's just so amazing to, like you say, you're both portraying real life people, Buck and Bucky, becoming like best mates, and there's loads of scenes, obviously, of you two together going through a lot early on. What was it like when you're actually in the cockpit of those planes? There's so much happening, and obviously, were you almost surrounded by screens, or was it green screen?
Yeah. In the past, you may do this with just green screen, but we had this technology where there are these high-definition screens in a horseshoe shape.
Wow.
And we're in a gimbal that's 50 feet in the air.
So you're suspended.
So you're suspended, and you're able to see fighter pilots flying by you and flak in the air. And
really?
Yeah, it's kind of incredible.
So,
but that was matched with the old school way of doing things. So they built the barracks, they built the officers' mess. I think they built like 81 buildings. The place was so big they had to give us a map. And they said, this is where that is, that's where this is. And then we had the runway too, which was just gigantic. The scale is like, Steven Spielberg says this is the biggest production he's ever worked on.
So would they literally pump the sound and everything? So when you're ducking, would it give you real reaction?
Oh, yeah.
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 Well, you're on the gimbal, so it's in sync with what you see. So if the plane is hit by flak, you're hit by flak.
Wow.
Seriously?
Truly, yeah.
So did you get the opportunity to go up in an old aircraft as well? Like, did they do that for you? Not to film, but just to experience it?
No.
That's a shame. But it sounds like you...
Well, we were up there for like 7 hours at times, and we would joke that we had jet lag.
You know? Yeah, because it's challenging getting in and out of the gimbal, so they leave you up there all day, basically.
Because, like, with Band of Brothers, those guys just about had that connection with that generation that they were still alive, so they could meet them and they could still tap into it. Yeah. Did you guys get a chance, because these guys were in the past now, did you guys get a chance to meet the families, or how much did you want to respond?
Well, we did at the premiere. I don't like to do that, to be honest, because then you get an idea of someone else's idea of the person you're playing. But we met them at the premiere in LA. It was emotional.
It was very
playing someone's father or someone's uncle.
Yeah. But that Band of Brothers generation, like those guys that are now in their 40s and got those parts when they're in their 20s.
But also think about the people that come through there. Michael Fassbender, Andrew Scott.
Yeah, Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
You know, some incredible actors that, you know, graduated through that show.
What amazes me about the generation you're playing is that they were young men, and yet they were seen as kind of the established, like, you know, the officer class that the younger guys coming through were looking up to. The weight of responsibility on their shoulders. Did that come across for you guys when you were reading the parts?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, to be in your mid-20s and to be leading a squadron, and some of those guys were 16, you know, they were so young.
Yeah.
And the bravery, I mean, it was the most treacherous conditions that you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, I mean, the bloody hundreds were, I mean, extraordinary, weren't they? Because they were based in Norfolk, around that way, wasn't it? And then
they had a 77%, you'd either be shot down or end up in a POW. 23% of survival rate, you know, every time you went up.
Yeah.
So the bravery, what these guys had and what they were able to do against the adversity that they were facing was truly astonishing.
Yeah.
You know?
You can see it, and you can see that obviously it was so important to get that camaraderie between you all. Even just as actors, you obviously spent a lot of time together, became good mates. I saw that you did have a bit of fun on set as well with this cockpit challenge.
Oh, yeah,
Who was the better one of the two?
I'll let Callum talk about it.
Whose
I'm glad
idea
you
was
brought
this?
that up, Sean.
OK, come on.
On your first day as well.
Sorry.
Yeah, Austin was better than me at that.
What exactly was? So is it you getting...
It was a training exercise, so you start on your stomach on the ground and you
Yeah.
have to get into your seat in the cockpit as quickly as possible.
But you have to lift yourself up backwards, is it?
You have to
Basically,
get
have
in
to
through the
grab.
hatch, yeah. And you have all the gear on.
Yeah.
It wasn't an easy... He did it in 5.5 seconds and I did it 8.8. But we don't like to talk about that anyway.
To be fair,
So
mitigating
glad you brought that up.
circumstances, Callum, you are quite a unit, though. So
I'm much bigger than him.
You
Thank
would
you
be...
so much. Thank you.
Yeah, because I don't imagine the pilots would have been...
He did it and there was no sound in the plane. I did it, it was like... It was like... Bow, 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 bow. I bulldoze my way through.
And how much time were you able to spend with Tom Hanks and Spielberg on this? Because obviously, like you said, this is like the culmination. It's like the end of their trilogy, I suppose. You know, having done Band of Brothers and Ryan and The Pacific and now this.
Yeah, this has been such a huge part of their life, and I mean, it was so special. The days, you know, at boot camp where Tom came and gave a rousing speech for all the guys there, and yeah, it's the best team in the business.
Did you know you were doing this when you worked with him on Elvis?
I knew right towards the end,
Oh,
the end,
wow.
because at that time I didn't know what was going to happen with Elvis, so I was looking for my next job. Tom said, "I've got this World War II thing that we're working on," and that's kind of how it came.
You're like, great, where do I sign?
Yeah.
But he almost tell you on the set of Elvis, like, gives you the tap, like, you're in.
Yeah, basically.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, it's great as well because even the... Because obviously you have to get into the accent. You had to do it for Elvis, like, it became took over your life, didn't it?
Yeah.
And now it's a sort of similar southern drawl that you can use again. And Cal, you've had to totally get into the accent, right?
Yeah, I did an accent, yeah.
Yeah, but it's hard.
No, you know what? We had two beautiful dialect coaches, Helen Ashton and Brett Tyne, and we worked every day for hours, you know. At the beginning.
Yeah, is it like literally
it's tough.
that long?
Yeah, you want to, you know, this is, like you say, it's a responsibility and you don't want to,
for sure.
you know, slip. And that was an important part for me, and they looked after us.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, listen, guys, thanks a million.
Thank you.
Lovely chatting to you.
Thanks
Lovely
for
getting
having
spin
me.
to win. Your work over there.
Yeah, thank
that
you.
method.
You only got 750?
You've been doing... Not to be sniffed at. You know, we're all congratulators around here, Callum. Right? Yes, we'd have all liked $3,000, but it can't happen all the time.
Next time,
Wow,
let's spin again. Yeah, this is how
Come
it
back
keeps me on
tomorrow.
my toes.
You can stream Masters of the Air on Apple TV Plus from Friday. Thanks a million, guys. Coming up next.
Thank you, sir.
We'll be so bad at this. Graham, John doesn't have to tell us.
We'd all be so bad at it.
So good.
Yeah.
So tell us the premise of the show.
Right, so it's very simple. They chuck 10 of Ireland's best comedians into a room for 6 hours, and they can't laugh, but they've got to try and make each other laugh. So there's one, it's delicious watching people trying not to laugh, but also, as a kind of performer, it's lovely watching people doing shtick in front of an audience of 9 who've already told you they're not going to laugh. It's sort of...
And I think for you can laugh. You're just... You're
yeah.
You're the Wizard of Oz, right? You're behind the curtain.
My job is so... I'm literally sat on a sofa watching telly for 6 hours. I do that on my downtime. That's my life.
That must have been the easiest pitch of your life. So
It was so easy. And also, do you know what? I've never worked in Ireland before. Never done a job in Ireland before, because I left when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I never worked. And so I went back, and it was really fun to hang out with the comics, to be in Dublin for a week. I loved it.
Yeah.
And this show is all over the world, isn't it?
Last One Laughing, it's a Japanese format, and Amazon Prime Video have rolled it out across the world. It's everywhere.
So
It's not here, and it's not in America.
Yeah, you don't think there'll be a UK version?
I'm sure there will at some point,
Brilliant.
yeah.
Because it's all about the cast, really, isn't it? The casts are so good.
They did a brilliant job of casting this. So you've got people you'll know, like Jason Byrne and Aisling Bea, Catherine Bohart, Deirdre O'Kane. But then there's people you don't know who, you know, are just work in Ireland. And it's great that they're now on this international stage, that people will see them. There's a guy in there called Tony Cantwell, who, if you get to episode 3, he does one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like, do you know what I mean? It was a long time ago. I still remember it. And I don't remember much.
And do they produce their own... Sorry, I'm so interested. Do they produce their own comedy with the producers?
Yeah, so they talk, they prepare. Before they go into the room, they'll prepare, like, bits they might do on a stage, then they might have a few props with them. But a lot of it, as you can imagine, because you're in there for so long, is just on the hoof. And what makes people laugh is normally just a little aside when they're at the kitchen or a little bit. Whereas if the curtains come back, you can steel yourself for this. You know, I'm not going to laugh at that. But you're caught out with the little things.
And then if they laugh, then you come in with the
yeah, I come in with a card. There's a yellow card and a red card. It's a sporting thing, Dermot. Yeah. And and on the red card, they leave. That's what happens.
And did you see different countries' versions? So I just wonder culturally how that plays out. So what someone might find funny in Japan would be quite different to what we find.
I mean, I guess I'm biased, but this is my favourite version of it. I think these 10 guys are just brilliant in the house, and also because they just are funny. They're funny people. They've got funny bones. They're not just an act. And I think that's what makes it kind of consistently entertaining throughout. There's no kind of lull. Yeah. They're on, bam, bam, bam. By the end, I think they've gone a bit crazy.
Did you get PTSD looking back at your time doing stand-up?
I mean, do you know what? I didn't hate it, but I was just never very good at it. Really? I was a kind of a middling comic. I was never a closer.
But compare was where you found
that's what I like doing. And that kind of set me up for what I do now, you know, because you just chat to the audience, you make sure the mood's nice, and then you bring on the people to shine. And that's kind of what being a chat show host is.
I can't think of anything scarier than trying to make people laugh. And not only that, imagine having to make people laugh and then you're met with stone silence.
That's happened.
It's so scary.
Do you know what? It's a worse... having had it happen to me, it's worse to watch than it is to have happen to you. Yeah. When you're going through it, there's a kind of a weird calmness overcomes you, and you're just like, oh, well, here we go. What can I do? Whereas in the audience, I hate it.
Like, we love the Graham Norton Show so much, and you're such a, you're so good at your job. Have you ever had a panel where like a sofa where... Because invariably there's always someone you can go to.
That's what I think. I can't remember a night where no one on the sofa was any good. Do you know what I mean? That, like, to have a clutch of duds would be hard. But, you know, often there's a quieter area on the couch.
Which you avoid a bit.
Yeah, well, you try and encourage them, and then eventually you give up. Yeah. And you go...
I guess the hardest thing is most people have been on twice. So sometimes if they come on and having a bad day, you must be like, you were great last time.
No, that is frustrating. That's horrible, isn't it? Or my favourite ones are the ones who come on, and they're big fans of the show, and they come on, and they're there, and they're like... It's not as good tonight. It's normally funnier than this. Well, that's because you're here. You're rubbish.
It is such a wonderful show. We've got to talk about the Wheel of Fortune.
What
a great show to do.
It is a really... Do you know what? And again, it's down to casting, because I assumed, because I haven't done a game show in years, I just assumed I'd take again some of the contestants. There'd be people I just thought, I hope you lose. But I honestly didn't. They were just everyone. They were just really lovely people. And also, when you get to that bit at the end, when you're talking about 50 grand, they could earn more than that. It's scary because you're looking in their eyes and you see, oh, this is going to change your life if you win this. All on the spin of a wheel. It's very exciting.
Yeah, definitely. And what about Eurovision? Have you got any punts on that?
Well, Ollie, you know, Ollie Alexander.
He's going to be amazing.
It's a great thing that he's doing it, isn't it?
I think it's brilliant he's doing it, and I think the really important thing is he wants to do it. They haven't gone into kind of, you know, a stable and hit him with a cattle prod. Come on, you're doing it. He said, I want to do this. Yeah. But, you know, what I love about Eurovision is you can't second-guess it, because Ollie's great, hopefully he'll have a great song, but then it's down to staging, it's where he is in the running order, what other songs are in the contest this year. Yeah. You never know, but he's a great start.
You come from the great tradition of Irish hosts hosting UK Eurovision, which is so hard, because... someone's always going to be annoyed with you.
Oh, people in Ireland, they take it so seriously. When I say we... referring to the UK entry. There's a way, and it's like, if you are basing your definition of nationality on a country that doesn't even know what countries are in Europe, good luck. Good luck. But it is funny. People take it so seriously.
So seriously.
Yeah.
It's such a fun night now, the year. I mean, Sam Ryder kind of changed that.
It was great. And also, and last year in Liverpool was...
With the four of you on stage, it was brilliant.
But also, I think, you know, I was kind of nervous because normally it's my job to kind of, you know, slightly take the mickey out of the host nation. Suddenly it's us. Us. I've said it again. Us. Why are you talking about? You're Irish. But I thought the BBC did a really, really good job.
And Graham, I have to ask about your books because, reading in my notes last night really made me chuckle. You say I spend more time saying the book's on its way, and I'm getting there with the book than actually writing the book.
No,
so
did you
get nervous?
Well, at the moment I'm a bit nervous because I need to finish it by sort of end of April, and I am now. It's proper homework time now. It's head down. So I am getting through it, and I'm enjoying this one. Sometimes it's harder, sometimes it's easier, but this one's fun, and it'll be out in September.
More adaptations because I really enjoyed Holding. I thought that.
Oh,
was
bless you! Thank you very much.
ITV.
And I love that they went the extra mile and actually filmed it in West Cork. So because I think the towns and the landscape were kind of a character in it. It was great. I think most books get sold to a production company, so the others have been. So fingers crossed, some of them make it to the screen.
Thanks.
I think we could safely say, Graham, you are absolutely smashing life.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, today I've had a puncture on my bike and my burglar alarm's going off as I'm sitting here. So,
Last One Standing Isle available to stream on Prime Video right now. Thanks, Graham.
Thanks, Graham. Very excited now because Tiny Temper, the whole studio, there's an air of excitement in the studio today. He's best known for his music, but did you know he's also passionate about property design as well?
Very passionate. His latest series of extraordinary extensions, he follows homeowners undertaking dream builds and renovations. So before we chat to him, let's take a look.
Let's go! Whether it's epic and ambitious...
It's like IKEA self-assembly on steroids, isn't it?
Or small and perfectly formed.
Ah, look at this.
Wow!
When you're injecting radical new designs.
It's just demoralising and painful.
Doubling the size.
Don't you think it's a bit much, no?
Or altering the very fabric of a home.
Ooh. This has got to be how you do open plan.
And gambling your life savings along the way.
This is setting me back by just over $1 million.
Is it all worth it?
I'm kind of struggling to see how you're going to make this work.
I can't believe this is our house.
Oh, I'm in already.
Me too.
Yeah, you're hooked.
Just now
this is right up my street.
Good, good. I like the play on words there. I like what you did. Nice, nice. Coming from my day job.
Tony, where did the idea of this originally come from?
Great question. So, I guess for me personally, on my journey, I grew up in a council estate. So, as you can imagine, all of the flats were the same, all of the interiors were the same. And then after that, we moved to a semi-detached in Plumstead, which was a little bit different. When I started to make it in music, moved into an apartment in Canary Wharf, but as you can imagine, all the same. And then I bought my first property, which was Alexander McQueen's old house. So from the outside, it was a Victorian, but then when you went on the inside, he'd completely gutted out the whole thing.
Wow.
And that was the first time I was introduced to that concept, to the fact that you could even do something like that.
Right.
I think the producers of the show must have seen some of this stuff and they reached out during the pandemic, and that's how I ended up doing it.
Right.
I did a renovation about 15 years ago. It was a house. I bought it for £100,000 and I renovated it. But I found it such hard work and so stressful getting all the different people in. I spent about 30 grand on it, but I think I made £60,000.
It is stressful, isn't it?
It's really stressful. Do you take on the stress or do you enjoy that?
So for me personally, the way I'll do it, I'll get the contractors and I'll have like a project manager. And for me, I try my best to not take on the stress. Like for me personally, my day job is stressful enough as it is that I don't want to concern myself with all of that. But what's actually been great about doing this show is you meet all these, different types of couples, families, and, just like you're saying, Alison, sometimes they put their life savings into it, sometimes they're project managing it themselves. And throughout this show, you get to experience and go on a roller coaster of all their emotions. And so, watching them and actually, feeling empathetic for them has been quite an experience.
There's something about our society, isn't it, that we are drilled into. That is how you know, and it's so hard for that younger generation to get in. But when we were all kids, you were drilled into you grow up, and the first thing you can do, if you can, is you get a mortgage.
Yeah,
right.
Buy a house.
Especially, I think, with the working class parents.
Yeah,
I mean, we all have.
Absolutely.
Right? So I'm really so interested in that story of yours. Your Nigerian parents come over, and the first thing, the only way you can actually make good money was, well, I get a house.
100%.
Flip the house.
100%. So yeah, very humble beginnings. Like I said, grew up in a council estate in Peckham, and I really saw my mum and dad when I was around 11 or 12 planning, you know, actually working on our social mobility, and it felt like the only option at the time, from what I could understand, was, if we buy this house, you know, if we get a mortgage, buy this house, do it up, maybe we can get equity on it. And again, being privy to those conversations definitely made me a lot more interested in property.
It's in the blood.
Yeah, and if they never did that, who knows? I probably wouldn't even be here today.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, let's talk about some of the houses, because there's 3 properties. There's is it Chinese Vaults?
Yeah, Chinese Vaults.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, of course. All right, so Chinese Vaults.
Here it is.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, OK, cool. Do you know what? Why not? Let me get my placard so we can do it like extraordinary exception style.
This is beautiful.
Right. So take a ride in the secret elevator.
Oh, yeah, I'm sold.
To reach the basement of the property, where you'll find an underground playground.
Oh, stop it.
Features a soundproof music studio, so that's one of the things I loved most about this property. You wouldn't even guess, but underneath it's got a state-of-the-art recording studio. I felt like just squatting in the house and just staying there. And then 1920s fully stocked bar, which feels a bit like a speakeasy.
Is that the lift?
Yeah. So the lift just kind of pops out of nowhere and takes you down.
Take one person.
Yeah, it is slow as hell though. So we had to speed it up in the post production.
Oh, it's in the ground.
Yeah.
How good is that?
That's pretty cool.
Really
That's
cool,
a cool house.
Yeah.
Nice. OK, what about the North London home?
OK, right. So the North London home. Are you ready? Yeah.
Yeah.
OK, this home feels like a 5-star hotel. Enter the house to find 20-foot high chandeliers, aquarium room dividers.
Oh, my Lord.
And it also features a wall-to-wall pool and also a spa treatment room. There's also a cinema room and a gym.
Can I just say, Tiny, you look like you belong in that house.
Do you know what? Thank you, Alison. Thank you. Music to my ears.
And then the final one is the curved house. Tell us about that.
OK, so the final one is the episode that just came out last Friday.
Yeah. Oh,
so there's a new episode this Friday again at 8 p.m.
I want to live there.
But these guys are actually old friends of mine. So a lovely guy and his wife called John and Heather, and they were big dogs in the music industry. They used to have all of the sound equipment, and basically everyone used to hire off of them.
Look at them now.
Yeah, I think they sold the company, they've retired, and then they've done this incredible house, which basically has a state-of-the-art spa, leisure complex. It's all eco-friendly with the heating pumps, and they've got a jacuzzi there, sauna. It's incredible.
Did you take any inspiration from any of the builds that you saw and used it in your own life at all?
My plan was to take as much inspiration as possible from all of the builds.
What did you take?
So basically, I recently bought a new studio in northwest London, and this studio is actually going to be open to the public. So there's 5 studios. There's a studio complex, and one of the things I saw in John and Heather's was this thing called AccuPanel. So basically, he plugged me with these guys called Wood Veneer Hub, and they basically have these wall panels that are like little, I don't know, walnut slats, basically.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, and so here's me in the studio basically trying to do a bit of sanding on the floor and eventually get some of these panels up.
You get your hands dirty on the show as well, don't you? Muck in.
Yeah, a little bit. But I think watching how the couples got their hands dirty inspired me to actually do my own bit of DIY.
Well, you save quite a little bit of money if you get involved and you don't, you know,
a little bit.
Get everyone out.
You can save a lot. Yeah.
And there's so many videos now on TikTok and on Instagram that you can learn how to do units and stuff like. Sorry, I'm obsessed.
No.
I love stuff like.
But it's so interesting because a house renovation budget can suddenly just easily just go. You put the first figure down and you may as well just double it or triple it.
Yeah, definitely.
Can we just have a word? Because you're one of the sort of defining artists, right? When you started out. in 2010. You must be. What do you think the music industry is at now? I mean, it's so. You must feel very proud of the trail that you blazed.
100%, Dermot. Yeah, I'm so proud of like where British music is, especially like black British music, you know, just being entirely real. I remember when I first started rapping was like almost a joke in the UK. Like when I first started, people never believed that we could end up, you know, having our own 50 Cents and Jay-Z's and whatnot, and now that's very much happening. So I feel like you said, I've definitely blazed the trail. But I also wanted to be able to show like other sides of my personality, and you know, I'm definitely, you know, music is my passion and my main day job, but I feel like I'm more than that, and my brain takes me to other places. And so this was a perfect opportunity to do it.
I feel like this show, we get to know your personality in this show. I think it's going to be great. I'm very excited about it. Extraordinary Extensions continues tonight on Channel 4 at 8 p.m. Thank you, Tiny.
Thank you so much. Good to see you. The nation's keenest celebrity camper, Johnny Vegas, joins us now. Hiya, Johnny. Lovely to see you.
I wanted to be in that fashion item.
You should have.
Hi, I'm Johnny Vegas from St Helens, and the bright lights of London, I got confused and mistook a fire-ruined home for my hotel. As I prized the planks off. Thankfully, the wardrobe survived, and I threw this ensemble together.
It's Johnny Vegas, second series. Well done.
Second series, I know. We thought, honestly, I thought we were done. It was midlife crisis turned into an accidental TV show. And then it was kind of the victim of its own success. It did so well, and it took over the farm, and the farm really needed to sort of get back to being a farm. So suddenly we were right back at square one.
Why did you think you were done then? Because it was so popular.
It was so popular, but for me, the journey of it had finished, and it was a joke with Bev about I want a helicopter, and I really was like, well, we're up now, we're running.
Yeah.
We're here. We couldn't expand because of planning permission. And then suddenly it was like looking for new land. I just couldn't help myself. It's like a sickness. After completing Patricia, you can't help yourself. And Stuart rang me and he went, if you're serious about an helicopter, I might have one. If you want to go and look at helicopters, you can't say to someone like me, if you want to go and look at helicopters. You know, the bag's already packed. I'm in the car, start the engine.
Where'd the whole thing come from? Just take us back to the origins of the first series.
The origins was I had a camper van that I used and I went away writing.
Did you love it?
It was really helpful. Loved it. Loved the lifestyle. It was great. It really appealed to me. My dad passed away and I found out he'd always wanted a camper van.
Yeah.
And I just at that stage in life, I going, do you know what? If not now, when?
Yeah.
That's all I can say is, my camper van got stolen, and I was like, if I'm going to replace it, almost in memory of my dad, but also naming it after Mum, I was like, I'm really going to do it instead. Then I got drunk, then I went online, and then I bought a Maltese bus. When I could have bought something in the UK, it would have... I mean, the story wouldn't be there, and the romance.
Brilliant.
But it was... I bought something that we virtually had to rebuild from the chassis up.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have been the journey. It was great. And this thing of rescuing vehicles, it's lovely.
Yeah.
There's just stuff that was built in a time and an age, it can't be scrapped. You just can't let them go.
And what can we expect from this second series, then? What have you got in it for us, Johnny? Because your stories, I've never known something, all these things to happen to one bloke. It's like, how's Patricia as well?
Patricia's gorgeous. I got distracted because Oscar the helicopter became the new sort of...
Patricia.
I kind of star of the show. And he was at one end of the field and Patricia was at the other. And I did have a point of looking over and she was looking a little bit tilted and I could almost hear my mum going, oh, moved on, have you? And I went back and I stayed on Patricia and I'm talking to a bus. I'm going, you're still my number one. You know what I mean? Yeah, you are.
You might be a bit flashy, but promise me, I'll always
She's luxury. She's out and out luxury. I mean, Oscar's brilliant. The boat we rescued was madness.
Yeah.
For the amount of rebuild and what we had to do to make something of it. But now, it's stunning. It is I'm not just saying it, it's the most romantic getaway. Don't stay on Mahalo if you're not getting on with your partner.
But
because there's nowhere to go.
But The lovely thing is, by doing all this, like, restoration stuff, you find your people as well, because you find the tribe, don't you?
Absolutely. I mean, in the first series, finding Jim and Claire, that's what led to the Glamp site. I had no intentions of opening a Glamp site. It was just going to be a solo project. And when Plum got in touch and got me to, I think they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
You suddenly go, we've all got the same intentions. Stuart, with Oscar the helicopter, was just the hours he put in. And again, going to Jim, you find these people that don't reject these mad ideas you have. And that's the real, it's kind of a good kind of infectious energy of going.
Talking of finding your tribe, we got to ask, how's our Bev? How's Bev doing?
Better than me in every way. She's organised, she's driven.
Still having a few arguments?
She runs my life. This series, I was on site a lot more, and there was a lot more kind of hands-on getting the site up and running. Yeah. And we had our moments, and without flagging up, like, I'd gone through the process of being ADHD. You know what I mean?
Oh, you've had you've had a proper
I've had the diagnosis, yeah. And there was times with Bev where you go, Bev, you've asked me 15 questions in the space of 10 seconds.
Yeah.
My brain just locks, you know, and you go, you've got to slow it down. You're super organised. Yeah. I'm not.
Yeah.
It takes me 3 days to decide between, you know, porridge or toast.
Yeah. So how hard was it then to pick the site to relocate? I mean, was that
That was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard, and that was almost a giving up point.
I guess because you invested in them.
Well, we were so settled, and we loved where we were, and every time we found somewhere, there was just something that wasn't. You have to learn from certain, you know, from the experience of first time where you go. As much as my heart wants to say yes, we know that getting powered into here or doing, you know what I mean, that the practicalities do kick in. And I was astounded when Melbourne Hall reached out to us because it's such a beautiful, beautiful
stay at the glamping site at Melbourne Hall. Opens in April. You can buy tickets to stay there now. And Johnny Vegas Carry On Glamping starts Wednesday, the 24th of January, 9 p.m.
Thank you. I never remember to say all the important stuff.
Thank you, Johnny Vegas.
You back, Johnny.
Always a pleasure to have you in the studio.
I'm already sitting here thinking, will I cut my own hair later?
It was 78 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Slow down, man. Always living in the fast lane.
Congratulations on 8 series, and you're filming series 9 as well. That's still on hold.
Just finished series 9, yeah. But who would have thought? 8, 9 series. So I think that's a real testament to the production team who make it, the writing of Daisy Coulomb, and I think we've had a fantastic team making this, and I think that's why it's so successful.
And the exec producers.
You're very
and
kind.
those sort of people.
The North Star. It takes us through all of the series.
No, I think we just have a gallery of really likeable characters. I think Grantchester is one of those series where you get together as a family, your shoulders drop, and it's just lovely because I think you want to follow and you care about the characters so much that you invest in that hour on ITV, 9 o'clock at night.
When you start, like all those years ago, like the first or second series.
All those years ago. I love it, all those years ago. It wasn't 30 years ago, you know.
Talkies.
You just finished doing the video for... No, when you first started, do you have a good idea about the narrative arc as to where you were going, or had you any idea it would be as successful as it is?
Oh, no, we were done by series 3.
Right.
That was it. We were done. And as I said before, you know, we were surrounded by great writers, be it Daisy Coulomb or John Jackson. And we just thought, right, that's over. And then Emma Kingsman-Lloyd, who's one of the reasons why it's such a success, the executive went, should we go again? Let's get a new energy and bring this fella in, Tom Brittany. And Tom came along and brought this hot shot, gorgeous, charismatic, talented, and brought this much-needed energy to the new series, and it just took off from there.
So, Tom, you joined about season 4, didn't you?
Yeah, season 4.
As Reverend Will. Was it a bromance straight away?
Instantly. But we had to do a chemistry test, you know, to test if we could get along, and
So love at first sight?
It was love at first sight. It was, because I went in and we just, you know, we had the scenes. There was a bit where I stood up in the audition and in the scene, and you just looked up at me.
And it was quite an endearing moment. But it was just one of those things. Tom just walked in and it was there. He didn't need to say anything. It was there before we actually were doing the auditioning. And sometimes that's how it is.
Yeah. Walked in, he said nothing. He walked in.
That's right.
Got the job.
I like him. Yeah, he's great. He's really, really great. But no, it's a great combination of crime solving, you know, compelling characters and relationships and heartfelt storytelling. And it's a great combination.
That must be the nice thing is that as the show progresses and you can, because it's got such a fan base and it's so well loved, it gives you the opportunity, I suppose, to indulge. You know, you can actually develop your characters a bit more rather than you're just solving another crime.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was the first job I had that had an arc. You could go, you know, it carried on. It wasn't just one episode. And as I grew as an actor with it, and we got to have a part in the storylines and get to know our characters and go, well, should we do this series? And Will would probably do this, and you know, probably kill a man in the first episode on his bike.
Did you kill him on your push bike then, or?
Push bike? Push bike? No, it's a motorbike.
It was
78 miles an hour on a push bike.
That Tour de France.
It's just, are you Bradley Wiggins?
It's me, yeah.
So he's going for a bit of an emotional time, your character, Tom.
Yes, very. I mean, Will always has. I mean, I have to admit, he's been through a runner every single series, but this one in particular is just, it's probably the hardest thing that's happened to Will so far, and you really see whether he can pull himself back from what happens.
Well, he's struggling with fatherhood, isn't he?
He's got daddy issues, let's say.
What happened with his dad then? Your character. What happened with his dad in your?
Well, a lot. I mean, just briefly, he killed himself in Series 4. That was quite a traumatic thing. But he wasn't a very good father. And at the beginning of the series, Will is a stepfather. He's got a child on the way, and he's worried about being the father that he had and being a better role model than he had before.
And the only person to save him from this pathway of destruction is obviously that endearing relationship. That's, I think, the drive of the show, is the person who can exonerate him, is us, because we know the good and bad within each other. And I think that engine really carries it through, you know.
I love the fact you properly got, you both get your hands dirty as well. I mean, Robson, how long have you been executive producing it for now?
About 7 years.
Right.
But you know what it is? I get up every morning and I get to work with my friends who just happen to be that tight-knit family for 4 or 5 months of the year.
Yeah.
And it's really, really beautiful. And in Series 9, sadly, Tom's storyline comes to an end and he had to leave. And that was probably one of the most challenging things I've ever done in my 40-year career.
Yeah,
it was a really difficult day to say goodbye to this guy and everything we'd created in front of the lens.
Even when we have scenes where we have to argue as characters, we will cry. Yeah. We will just be there going, no, Johnny and Will make up. So it was, I mean, yeah, having to leave at Series 9. Oh, it was one of the toughest I've made. I may regret it. I think probably no. It's because I get to hang out with my best mate every day and do a show that's just been.
I love how well you've got.
Yeah, it's a great hybrid, you know.
I know.
Yeah, we go fishing together with Sam Fender, who can do that.
My first fishing experience with Robson Green. TV fisherman Robson Green. I mean, and Sam Fender. Yeah, I think I peaked.
Ways like this guy.
Yeah, I was in Australia last year. I was doing a fishing show in Australia last year, and I sent him a picture. I caught a southern bluefin, 30-pounder. It was a beauty, and everybody was going to eat it. It was going to be fabulous. So I sent him the picture of this southern bluefin. I went, "What do you think of that?" And he replied with a photograph of him and Cameron Diaz, who were filming together. And he went, "What do you think of that?"
Yeah.
So Cameron Diaz trumped my tuna.
No, I would have rather been fishing. That was the real dream.
Yeah, it was great.
Was this filmed, or was this just having a nice time together? Was this all filmed, you guys and Sam Fender? Or...
Just having a nice time.
Just having a nice time.
We did a music video afterwards.
Yeah. No word of a lie. We were fishing with him. Sam's a mate, and he rang me up and said, "You take me fishing?" I went, "Of course I'll take you fishing," because he knows every episode of Extreme Fishing with Robson Green. It's his guilty pleasure. Anyway, we were on the boat with him, and he went, "Do you want to be in my pup video?" So we're in Howden Oldie Death Queue with Sam Fender playing the guitars. No, we're in a Sam Fender video.
Amazing.
How good is that?
Tom, you directed a few episodes.
I did, yeah. I directed an episode in Series 7 now. And
Would you like to do more of that?
Definitely. Yeah. I'm trying to ramp up to do a feature film, if I can.
I mean,
I love it.
You've got such a brilliant cast. I mean, what's it like working with them all? I know you touched briefly on it, but...
Well, it's the hybrid of the series. I mean, you've got these really dark, edgy, uncomfortable scenarios, but above it, you've got a cast who are capable of levity and humour. Tom's got great comic timing. So has Al Weaver, who's a master of it. You've got Tessa Peake-Jones. You've got Casey Ainsworth. You know, Nick Brimble. I mean, and them together... bring the warmth to it. So you've got this lovely balance that is a rarity, and I think that makes it event television. And I think that's why millions of people watch Grantchester all over the world. I've been working in Iceland, I've been working in New Zealand, Australia, recently South America in the Amazon rainforest, and they go, hey, I love your series.
No way.
Yeah, man.
It's great.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What about you, Tom? Where have you travelled to and people have gone?
America. I think America's the place where I'll get recognised the most. They love it over there.
Yeah, it's a
because they do. They love British crime shows that show how beautiful Cambridge is, and the murders. I mean, these villages that have just a really high rate of murder.
My wife's Norwegian, and in Norway they have around Easter, they have a crime weekend.
That's right.
They're
there was a name
they
for
do
it.
great Scandi Noir over there, but they're obsessed with British crime.
Yeah.
They love Grantchester.
We do it well. We do it well, and again, I'm very proud of our show. I think it's unique in that way.
Well, yeah, a 9 series, it's got to be, so
yeah.
Brilliant. Soldier, can we ever expect it to come back?
What? Major? I'm too old,
No,
man.
you're not.
I'm
You've still got
60
look.
this year. You're very kind. Have you met my agent?
Where they've been out. We'll be running the MOD.
No, you know what? When I was 7 years old, I used to look at someone my age and think, how are you still alive? and may that kind of thought process continue. But no, it was
God
good while
alive.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it was good while it lasted, Soldier.
I'd love for it to come back as a special,
Oh,
just a
bless
one-off
you.
special.
OK, I'll do a one-off.
All right, thank you.
When you're 6.
Grantchester, Series 8 airs Thursday, 9 o'clock on ITV1 and ITVX. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
He's joining us now. That orange suit was a dream.
It's
mate.
unbelievable, isn't it? I was stopping traffic on the M1 afterwards.
So 5th series, congratulations.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's just, I can't believe it, like, that it's still happening, to be honest.
You say this year's winner is the best, winner yet, is the best series yet, do you think?
Possibly the best vocals we've even had the whole show. It's unbelievable. This is what's so lovely, this series, for us, because usually I come on this show before the series has even started to sort of promote it. It's so nice to come in after 3 episodes, because I come on all the time and I go, it's the best series yet, it's best series yet. People don't believe me, but we've had Dionne Warwick.
I can't believe
And she's gone out.
It's mad, right? It's unbelievable. She was so great. I mean, it was mad talking to someone who's such a legend, you know? You know when someone's such a legend, they don't rush.
Yeah.
You know? Like the way she walked on every day, she would walk so slowly to do her performance. She would just walk on. She knows she's a legend.
Because it's a guessing game. I don't think people are that hurt if they go out too early. No. It just is what it is.
It's a win-win scenario. And it's like, it's so joyous, you know, the whole thing. And if they go out first, then it's fine. They have to do less work. And if they get through it, they get further through it, and they love that, you know? It's so great.
Joel, are you good at the guess? Because, I mean, it's so strict behind the scenes. We did it behind the scenes there. You've got to wear jumpers saying, don't speak to me.
Yeah.
You'd never, ever know. Are you good at the guess?
I'm terrible at guessing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so happy that I am hosting it and not on the panel, because I'm so awful at it, and I should know, because I'm the closest. So, like, I should be able to... Sometimes I can even after they've done the performance, I can guess whether they're a smoker or not by how much they're breathing after that. But I can tell their fitness levels, but I can't tell who they are. It's really bad.
Do you remember going back now when you pitched it and they sat down with you and were your initial thoughts, are you insane?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember getting the call and they were like, look at the American version. It's on YouTube, and I looked at it, I was like, what is this madness? And what I love about this show is the first time everyone watched it, including myself, we all thought it was rubbish. You watch it that first time, you're like, what is this absolute rubbish? But I'm going to continue watching it and see who Lamppost is. Do you know what I mean? You can't stop watching it, and it's lovely for me. Having a child this year, or last year now, it's given me an entirely new perspective of why it's so special.
Well, it's what the show's evolved into, isn't
it? Exactly.
You must be doing something right, because look.
We won. BAFTA winning Masked Singer, guys. BAFTA winning Masked Singer, take it up. We won a BAFTA last year, film marketing. I was very, very proud of. The problem is you only get 4 BAFTAs. You're not allowed any
Someone
more.
on the stage you didn't quite know, and you're like, how have they got? Why are you taking one?
The producers, rightly so. They've got 4 producers. They get the BAFTAs, and they didn't have enough left for me.
Hey, what's that one?
And I felt like I deserved one. So I took someone else who I know has got a BAFTA. I took it and I got it moulded, and this is plastic and it's got wood on the back. It's not a real BAFTA. Technically, it's forgery, so I think it's illegal. But it's just they've painted in the eye. They've painted it in. Usually, it's got a hole there. So that's in my downstairs bathroom, and people go, "Wow, you've got a BAFTA." I'm like, "Don't touch it."
It's that valuable.
Don't touch it.
Can't.
Don't touch it.
Don't go anywhere near.
Very fragile, more fragile than the originals. Yeah, it's very exciting. But like,
in terms of costumes, they are. I mean, your costumes are incredible. Their costumes get better and better.
It's mad. And from my perspective, I'm so close to them. I feel like I'm the only person who gets to experience how genuinely special they are, because you can see them on screen and they're like elaborate and incredible and huge. But up close, like, the stitching is so incredible, and, like, the leather that it's made out of, and the feathers, and the sort of intricacy is so brilliant. And I love working on this show so much. And I think what's special about it is that every department loves working on it.
Yeah.
So, like, we love it. The panel really loves it. You get a feeling that, like, the costume department loves it because they just go all out silliness and really fun. Producers love it because they have all these secrets which are really fun. And it's just like one big happy family, really. Right. We really love it. And I just feel like it's a real privilege to be involved, you know?
Yeah, they're so talented. And just quickly, how's dad life?
Oh, my God, it's great. I am having the best time. It's so ridiculous. And I don't know whether selfishly it is because I look at him and I see 50% of my own face, but I'm having an absolutely wonderful time. Have I got time to tell you about the present that Jonathan Ross... No, OK, there we go.
We don't.
Save it for next time.
Sadly, not. All the cufflinks made from your wife's breast milk, sadly.
Save it for next time. Get me in next week.
Yeah, we will. Joel, always a pleasure to see you. Well done.
Saturday, 7
Love you guys.
ITV1, ITVX. Thanks, Joel.
Thank you.
Welcome, guys. I mean, this is coming home with me. Welcome, guys.
Thanks. Thanks for having us, Dermot.
Thanks a lot. Legend doesn't get much better for you than this. Was it the dream to be the gladiator?
I think, to be honest, me being a gladiator is more everyone else's dream. You know what I mean? I think, like, the original show was great, but it was screaming out for...
Right,
this.
oh my goodness.
The man spread of the ledge.
Correct.
So you were always thought that you were a gladiator, and they...
I didn't think I was. It was a matter of time.
You were born a gladiator?
Inevitable series. Yes, very much so. I'd go as far as say Gladiators was created for me.
Created for you.
And then the others just kind of fill the...
You're crying out for you.
Right. I mean, you play your character very well, don't you? You are a legend, are you?
I just am, yeah. It's just me.
Okay.
I'm just an all-round incredible guy.
And how have the crowd reacted to you?
Remarkably well, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
but no surprise.
You're not surprised by that.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
It's always going to happen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, how were you growing up? Did you watch the 90s version of the show?
I did watch it, yeah.
Who's your favourite?
I'm going to say Wolf. A bit cliché, but Wolf, just, yeah.
Not cliché,
he was my favourite.
We love a bit of Wolf, don't we?
Oh, love
It's interesting, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's just a...
Yeah, he was the one...
Different.
Different. He said very little, but we all couldn't wait for him to come on out.
Yeah,
exactly.
How's the first show?
Being on it was amazing, yeah. It was amazing. It was just nice for it to be out there, for people to get a chance to see that, and then also me as well, you know.
Did you sit down and watch with your family, or did you just stand outside in your garden as it went out the traffic passed?
It was like a statuesque, yeah. Just kind of stood there, and they would kind of watch it and then kind of pan to me a bit as well, like, yeah.
Fury, now, your dad is a massive reason why you are a gladiator today. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so my dad was a contender on the previous Gladiators. So I was like 7 years old. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was sat in the crowd watching him compete. And then from there, my dad, made gladiators in our household, basically. He made our garage into a climbing wall. He set up rings in the garage as well. So I was just swinging around on the sort of rings like a little monkey, really. But yeah, it's feel like Gladiator's always been in our family, so to now be Fury, and now my dad's my biggest supporter, so it's pretty cool.
Your story is incredible.
Yeah.
That's great. And you, was it rugby?
Yeah, so I'm a professional rugby player. So yeah, being a gladiator, rugby obviously helps massively because some of the games are physical, like heavy contact. So it's a dream for me, really.
And Fury, how does it feel making history, being the only deaf gladiator they've had?
It's pretty surreal. Like, it warms my heart, really, and like to have that opportunity and just try and be a good role model. Like, I'm honoured, really. So
brilliant. Yeah. What's the toughest challenge so far that you've faced in Gladiators? The Travelator?
I think one of our new games, the Ring. So, as a rugby player, it's basically just one-on-one, full smash. Contender just has to survive, basically.
Sounds like right up your street.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Like, some big hits, and yeah, it's a great game.
Oh, it's done so well. Now, Viper, you have been compared to Wolf. How do you feel about that? OK. All right, then.
Oh, brother. Oh, Viper, meet us halfway, buddy.
You enjoying the show? Yeah. Good buzz Saturday night, was it?
You like the sort of baddie status vibes? Yeah. Viper-Rooney?
OK.
Viper-Rama?
He's loving it. He told me, I know he does confide in me quite a lot, and I know, because he has a poster of me in his kitchen, so he'll regularly go and like kisses it, looks at it for like motivation, so I think he's had a great time, but more so spending time on the show with me, I think, has been a highlight for him.
We're obviously sort of like, well, you guys are sort of new, it's a new generation. We're sort of working, I mean, it's pretty obviously who you know, the role, the sort of the baddie role that Viper's going with. Legend, would you say are you popular with the crowd? Are the crowd, are you casting yourself as a baddie, or are you...
I'm very much just myself. I'm just a great all-rounder, and I think...
Just a great guy.
Yeah, just a great guy, yeah. It's hard for me because everyone has their strengths, but I'm good at everything. So it's hard sometimes to almost take a step back and try and...
How do you do that?
I'm still getting there. It's a daily challenge, but I'm getting better. Yeah.
How did you get your confidence? You got so much confidence.
It's not confidence, is it? If I say this stage is black, that's just a statement of fact, isn't it? It's just descriptive, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, right, OK, then.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Well, I'd like some of the confidence.
And Fury, what are the contestants, the contenders like? Are they... We're talking people like top of the game, I suppose, are they?
They're pretty fit, yeah. They're up for a fight. Like, it's not just a little game here. Like, they're out there to absolutely come at us. So we've got to bring our A game and like hit harder. So
great to chat. Thanks for coming. Gladiators continue Saturday, 5:50 on BBC One and iPlayer. Thank you to all.
Oh, and Anne and Sean are with us now. Welcome.
Welcome.
Anne, I haven't seen you since we did Cooking with the Stars.
Absolutely. I mean, I've seen you on telly, but we've not actually met again.
How are you after that?
Traumatised.
It was so funny.
It was.
I mean, you had a beautiful chef mind, didn't you?
Oh, didn't I?
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Is that Jean-Christophe?
Jean-Christophe. I don't know.
Well, he gave me a copy of his book, Simply Novelli, so I get to see his face in my kitchen every morning.
I just don't know how you concentrated. I just don't know. But less about Cooking with the Stars and more about the chase. What can we expect, Sean?
What we can expect, as always, with Beat the Chasers, especially the celebrities, is exciting games, good banter. Bradley's on form, and it's going to be a really, really exciting series.
So for people that know the chase but don't quite know Beat the Chasers, the idea is that like a punter comes in. Obviously, you have to be pretty gifted at the quiz game because they have to take on all of you.
Not necessarily. Only if they answer 5 questions, they'll take on the Super Six, i.e. All of us. But I always say that as long as you're confident in your own ability and are not frightened to actually get a question wrong and don't suffer what we call the pass spiral, then you can really do well. Well, that's when you get a question wrong and you focus on the last question you got wrong instead of actually concentrating.
When you go on those shows, it's so difficult.
Yeah.
Because you're kicking yourself, you didn't get it right.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever go in the pass spiral?
We've worked on not doing that. You have to just throw it away and focus really hard on the next question.
But especially when it's your living and you and it's like tip of your tongue, and you're like, God, I know that. I know that.
Yes.
There must be that's quite a hard discipline.
You have to just
professional quiz.
Well, we've been professional quizzes for a long time, and the worst thing we can do is get a question wrong. But as I say, we're always confident we're going to get the next one right.
Yeah.
Right. And on Friday's episode, we saw some very familiar faces. Who else can we expect to see?
Show coming up, it's every Friday. So the one coming up, we have Gareth Malone, the choir chap, who, when we filmed, he had just done the coronation. So he talked a little bit about that.
My jungle friend Grace Dent is coming on as well, isn't she? She's
apparently, yes, indeed.
Yeah,
yes.
I cannot wait to see her.
Well, excuse my ignorance, but is the Alexander Armstrong one, has that been out already?
Yeah, that was on last Friday, and that was really exciting, actually. Xander was really, really unfortunate, actually. He was 6 seconds shy, and he could have won it, actually, so he was really, really good. But for me, this Friday, it's a question of meeting 3 celebs who I want to seek revenge from. That's Gareth, who was really, really good against me on the celeb chase, and the lovely Kirsty Gallagher and Rachel Riley. And Rachel, in particular, is the only celeb who's never lost. So she's coming up this Friday. So we're not going to say what's going to happen, so please tune in.
Sean, if you could go up against any celebrity, who would it be?
I've been up against some really, really good celebrities. Jonathan Ross is very, very good.
He's so clever.
I'll tell you who's good, his brother Paul. He's an excellent quizzer.
They're both
yeah,
Who's
they
the
really.
best?
I'd say Paul is. Paul is really, really good. He really, really is good. But the sort of best celebrity quizzer on the circuit has got to be Sean Williams.
Williams,
yeah.
is he?
Yeah, he's really good.
That Barry from EastEnders is actually
He's
exceptional.
so good, he actually takes part in the sort of British Quiz League sometimes. He's that good. He really is.
What's it like working together? Because it's, you guys, I've done the celeb chase with you, Anne. It's absolutely terrifying. And
Good. That's the idea.
You're right. But what I see is like this kind of sole focus, and you come down and you guys get in the zone, and then to watch you guys work and how you just rattle off these answers so impressively. How good are you collaborating?
Because we really rate and respect each other, and we really, really get on really, really well.
We spend a lot of time with each other anyway.
Yeah.
In fact, when we're doing something like Beat the Chasers, we've all got our own separate dressing rooms. But the crew have got used to the idea that if they want to find the chasers, they've probably all congregated in one dressing room.
And which
dressing room?
And they're quizzing.
Usually Paul's because we're normally testing each other to sort of warm up before we actually go on. But as I say...
you're like a sports team.
Yeah, the 6 of us, we are really, really good friends, and we love and respect each other. But, when we're actually on the set, obviously there are chasers who are really, really lightning fast, Paul, Jenny and Mark. I mean, it's just a blink of an eye. And both Anne and myself in particular are just sort of there along for the ride.
I'm the slowest one.
What are your skill set? What are your specialist subjects? If you're doing a pub quiz, you take yourself out of the professional game.
OK, every Achilles has a heel.
Yeah.
My weakness is soaps. So, you could ask me... one time I was one question away from winning a Chase episode, and they asked me what colour's Marge Simpson's hair. Now, if you've never watched The Simpsons like I've never watched it, you're not going to know.
You've never seen The Simpsons?
No, never.
That's really not a soap question, Sean.
Well, soaps, whatever, animations, and...
same thing.
Same thing to me.
Soaps and animations.
I got such a backlash from social media. You should be sacked, you're rubbish, and... But if questions are only easy if you know the answer.
Yeah.
We all get those backlashes. We all just ignore them.
Yeah.
Well, you're hugely popular, and you must get stopped in the street a lot. Man, I love that. You're hugely popular. You must get stopped in the street all the time. Like, how do you handle the fame, Anne?
If I'm in a hurry, then I'm kind of looking at the ground all the time, like, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. But, by and large, if I'm in the supermarket or something, I'm OK with it, If someone comes up...
Whereas I'll always stop. I'll always stop and take photographs, or sometimes even send photographs to mothers, grandmothers.
Sean, you're
because
so
for
bad,
me...
they're like, we've got to go now.
I'll always stop. Because for me, I'm always grateful for the fact that the public make me famous, and it's my way of saying thank you.
We were going to ask that, because, the Chase is just hugely successful internationally. So where have you touched down on, and you've been kind of a bit surprised by the
I go to New Zealand on a regular basis, and I remember I was there in last summer, and one of the greatest compliments they played me was that a news item was that, well, Elton John and Ed Sheeran had come to New Zealand, but the biggest star who's reached these shores is the Dark Destroyer, Sean Wallace.
Easy.
And you know what, honestly, I just wanted to cry. And, you know, because the show in New Zealand is it is a staple diet.
They show the British show twice a day in New Zealand, and in any given week, about a third of the population watches it. Wow. So really, I can't walk down the street in Auckland without being mobbed. I've only ever been there once, but it was brilliant.
Best of luck with it. Beat the Chasers continues this Friday, 19th of Jan, ITV1, 9 o'clock. Thank you.
So good to see you.
You've got to come on and serve you.
Oh, I'll be terrible.
No, you wouldn't.
No,
You're still getting over the last time I came.
No, you'd be good. You'd be good.
For all of that, she is one of our regulars here on This Morning and the guiding force behind finding love on Married at First Sight.
But today, Mel Schilling is here to share a different chapter in her life. Yes, in a shocking turn last month, Mel received the devastating news that she had colon cancer requiring emergency treatment to have a tumour removed.
Yeah, but after successful operation and incredible recovery, Mel has returned to work just 20 days after surgery, and she joins us now alongside Dr. Nigat. Well, good morning, Superwoman. How are you doing?
Good morning, you too. It's a very different interview for us today, isn't it?
Yeah, very. I've got to say, you look incredible.
Thank you.
You look absolutely stunning. It's hard to believe you've been through everything that you've been through. I remember back in December, I remember looking at your post and I was thinking, this post doesn't look right for Mel. And then I read it and I just could not believe the news, especially at that time of year. How did you find out, Mel? What were the signs?
Well, you know what? I think I was ignoring the signs for such a long time. And, of course, this is not unusual. Definitely my energy had dropped, but I was having such incredible gut pain, literally doubled over and shouting in pain. And I stopped going to the toilet. Just stopped. But I was doing all this international travel. You know what it's like flying to Australia, the jet lag. And I found that in September and October, I had to do a quick flight back to London a couple of times with only, a couple of days to recover. I wasn't sleeping. And my whole digestive system just stopped. And I just put it down to the travel.
So you knew when you were in giving relationship advice, when I last saw you, were you in pain then?
No, but I was starting to feel low energy.
Right.
So that was one of the first signs, which I ignored. In my mind, I thought, I've had a very busy year. I've just got to get through to December. Yeah. I've got work lined up and then I can rest. And little did I know I was going to have more than a rest.
We all think like that, don't we? Like when you're really you go through a busy period, you just think, well, I'll just get through this bit, and then and then was your thinking that when I get through this bit, then the body will kind of heal itself, and I just need a little bit of time doing nothing in the sun or whatever, and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So what happened then?
Well, my body had other ideas.
Yeah.
So
they do.
Absolutely. I did see a GP in Australia. I was between two very long filming days and I thought, this is unbearable. I need to speak to a doctor. And the doctor said, look, it's constipation. Take this tablet or whatever it was and you'll be fine. Of course, it didn't work. So then I flew back here to the UK and things became a lot more serious. I couldn't hold even water down. I was vomiting and everything was completely shut down.
Yeah.
And so I went to a gastroenterologist and very quickly, even just in talking to me before he'd even done any scans, he could pinpoint, the signs that things weren't right. And I think for him, it was the unexplained weight loss that was very alarming, which I wasn't aware of. I don't weigh myself.
Yeah.
That's not something I focus on, but he had seen that. And so got me in for a CT scan within 24 hours.
And what did they find on the CT scan, Mel?
Well, they found Terry.
Right. You've nicknamed your tumour?
Yep, Terry. So Terry was right there, the size of a lime, right there in my colon and blocking everything and trying to take over.
Lime.
Yeah.
Could you feel it at all? Could you feel the tumour?
Not physically, as in like a lump, but the spasms, constant spasms were going off. So that I was very aware of that. And so they looked at the results of the CT scan, brought Gareth, my husband, and I in and sat us down and we had the talk where they literally say, he says, you have cancer. And
but you were so lucky, weren't you, in terms of how, when you went and when you got your diagnosis?
That's right. That's why I say this is a good news story. It's absolutely been tough, but it was a reasonably early intervention. I mean, it was stage 3 cancer.
Right.
You know, still very, very serious.
You could have waited much longer, I'd say, no?
If I'd waited, I don't know, maybe a month or so longer, it could have been a very different
string
story.
in, Dr. Niggett. So I guess it just goes to show, if you trust your body, right, and if your body is just telling you something's up, go and get it checked out.
And listening to your body when you have so many other things going on is really hard. And we were just talking off air and we're saying, as women, we downplay and maybe gaslight ourselves, going, it's not that serious, I'll power on, or think it could be gynecological rated. We don't even think it could be bowel related, but the symptoms of bowel related issues are the ones that Mel has been talking about. So it's that variability in your bowel. Sometimes you could be constipated and then sometimes you could end up getting diarrhea. But who of us actually diarizes or keeps an eye on our poo every day unless you have that background thought or that there could be something sinister? Pain is a factor as well, and sometimes it can be specific in one area, but it can be vague. It can be just a dull ache that moves around your stomach. Bloating could be another symptom. Bleeding from your back passage. So that could be that you go to the toilet and actually sometimes it could be just wiping that you need to be aware of. But when we think of bleeding, we think of red blood, but we're looking for more black poo. Or streaks of black going through your poo that you might need to discuss with the doctor as well. Feeling of fullness, as you were saying. I couldn't even have a glass of water because Terence or your tumour, whatever you name them, when it grows, it takes up space in your stomach for you. And unexplained weight loss, fatigue, general malaise, just not being able to cope with day-to-day things, sleeping a lot more than you would do, unable to follow conversations and stay concentrated on your line of work because your gut is taking over that distraction. And the symptoms are so stark when you put them out and you're like, oh, yeah, of course I'll pick those up. But they're so vague when they're actually happening to you.
Is there any ways to prevent colon cancer? You know, what's the best preventions or?
There are so many ways that you could just say, be mindful of the symptoms. So doing this piece is so important because it puts it back into the forefront. Having a really great diet. So your 5 fruit and veg a day, lots of fibre, water, hydration is really important in that. If you know that you smoke, please stop smoking and cut down alcohol as well. Then also look at your weight as well. We know that those that have a higher weight, then they are more predisposed to getting, say, bowel-related symptoms or cancer. So maintaining a healthy weight for you is really important. And obviously cutting down red meat or processed meats. But even you could do the best things possible, but knowing your body and taking those symptoms to the doctor and just having it in the back burner and going, I think this is what's going on, would be a good idea. Because I unfortunately have some patients who do everything right and then still end up getting, because you don't smoke and you lead a really healthy lifestyle. For you, it's more the travel.
You're so healthy now. You are so healthy.
So surprising.
Mel, how are you now, and how's your family now? Are they all right? Because I know your husband did have some bad news. So
he did
a little while ago. So to be hit with this now, is he okay as well?
He's doing really well. I mean, he's my rock. He's my absolute rock. But it hit him hard. You know, I think when we were in that doctor's surgery and we heard that news, I went into just practical mode. I was thinking, oh, but I need to work. You know, it was totally irrational. But that's what I focused on because I felt I could
There's a
control
helplessness when it happens to someone else.
And that's what Gareth felt.
And you just feel that no matter what it is, it's cancer or heart disease, you just feel there's nothing I can do here. Whereas when it happens to you, I feel like sometimes, you know, when my father's own heart disease, you just compartmentalise and you just go, okay, I have to do what I need to do to get through this. How are you doing? Because like you're back at work, and I know you've got some chemo to come. But it feels like you're just back to doing what you do. And do you think there'll be a moment down the line where, in 6 months' time, where you're sat on a beach or something, you just start to process what your body's been through?
You know, I am starting to process now as well. Because I know myself so well, my tendency is to just keep going and to keep working. So, yes, I'm having all of the medical intervention, but I'm also going Eastern as well. So I'm having Reiki, I'm having quantum healing, I'm starting journaling. And so I'm really trying to balance, you know, out that medical side with a more holistic side because that's what I tend to ignore. And I know that I need to process this in my body.
Because it's hard, right? If you're in a bit like so many people now, they're watching us at home and think, well, this is fine, but I've still got to work and I've still got to get out there and provide. So how do you manage that, living with this sort of thing, whilst also keeping up a really busy lifestyle? Like, as a doctor, what would you say to someone?
Well, I always say to people that being aware is the first thing, and doing holistic things is great as well, talking to other people, so it's not just all contained up here. Knowing your risk factors are really great. We know that, as the data so far shows, that getting colon cancer, bowel cancer does happen in the older generation. I'm not saying that's only just the case as well. If you have a history, family history of polyps, or you've got a familial history that your doctor should know about, that would be really good as well. Keep an eye on if you know that actually your weight could be a contributing factor, going back to the healthy factors. If you know that smoking, then try and see if you can cut down on smoking as well. And we do know that those that have Lynch syndrome or familial polyps within their family, they can also be affected as well. I think preparation is one of the biggest key, because you said, how can you manage all of this? It's awareness, it's bringing that awareness, knowing your family history quite well as well, and going early. That's you did that. And going with a symptom diary, going, I know my body, my bowels have changed, I've had unexplained weight loss, I might have had some black poo as well. This is the symptoms that I'm getting, because you went feeling that you were constipated possibly, and it's the travel that's affecting you. And I always say to my patients, if you don't get the answer the first time, keep going back.
Keep asking.
Keep asking.
Yeah.
We are lucky we do have a test now. So we have what's known as a fecal immunological test, a FIT test, that your GP can do, which is very specific at picking up very, very early signs of bowel cancer.
It's so easy for a GP to miss this.
But we need to ask for it.
Yeah.
And even if we forget the terminology, just say to your GP, I want a poo test.
Yeah.
Right.
It's as simple as that, isn't it? Just say, I know things are not feeling right, give me a poo test.
Oh, thank you.
Mel, thank you. It's so lovely to see you, and it's lovely to see you looking absolutely smoking hot. All right.
Thanks,
you guys.
As always, for your insight. Brilliant. Well,
I hope you're starting to feel a bit brighter this Monday, as all morning we've been trying to lift your spirits on what is considered by many to be the most miserable day of the year.
we're not having it, are we?
We're not having it.
We're
at
not
all.
having that. Sam Thompson spent the morning spreading some joy in Shoreham by Sea in West Sussex, which was recently declared the most unhappiest place in the UK by the Office of National Statistics. Not that we've seen, and all of that is about to change.
Yes, Shoreham is set to become the happiest place in the UK because Sam is about to try and break a Guinness World Record for the most number of hugs in 60 seconds.
Yes, he is. Current record stands at 87 hugs a minute, meaning obviously Sam has to do at least 88 people to break the record. How are we feeling, Sam?
Well, Dermot, yes, I am still here at Shoreham by Sea. I'm here with a very attractive crowd, actually, and they're obviously here for Sam's... Yes, they are. Now, the aim of the game, as I'm sure you're aware, is to beat the world record set for the amount of hugs in 1 minute, and that is set at... 87! Yes, it is. The crowd are amazing. And how many hugs per second is that?
1.46!
Yes, it is. I actually had them... They had to tell me that because I forgot. I'm not very good at remembering stuff. Are we feeling confident?
Yes!
Yes, we are. And Shoreham's not unhappy.
No, it's great. Great place to live.
Why do we love living here?
Sunny, beach.
Yeah. We got the drums. We like the drums.
We love the drums. They're great.
Look, she's bouncing. She's bopping. I'm dancing, but this is great. Let's just dance into it. Come on. Are we happy? Are we happy?
We're happy in Shoreham. Yay!
We love Shoreham.
We love Shoreham by the sea.
Home of the Wellington by the sea. And
Yes.
why do we love Shoreham so much?
Because we have the lovely sea, the lovely downs, and the lovely people.
Yes,
Yes.
I've got to say, you've all been so lovely to me whilst I've been here. I love your hat so much. That is beautiful. Can I wear it? Possibly, I'm freezing.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can have it. Do you want
Thank you very much. Oh my God, you're moving your ears. How are you doing that? Wow.
Legendary.
I can't even feel my nose. Do you love Shoreham?
Yes, I do.
Of course you do. Who doesn't? Are we feeling confident? Yes, we are. And nothing inspires confidence than having an official Guinness World Record adjudicator here. Hello, Joanne. How are you?
Oh, I'm very good today, thank you.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm nervous.
Yep.
I'm going to be honest. You've watched us
Yep.
practice. What are your thoughts?
I think the technique is getting better every time, and you're in with a good shot at getting this Guinness World Records title.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Thank you so much, Joanne. And what do I need to do to actually complete it, though. I need to actually know what are the parameters here?
All right, so some of the key guidelines that you must remember for this official world record attempt is make contact with everyone's torso. If you do not, the hug will not count.
Wow.
And give them an embrace. That's about it. Speed is your friend here.
The word embrace is so lovely. Joanne, thank you so much. Oh, God, I'm really nervous. We're about to do it now. I'm about to get set. OK, right, Joanne. I'm not just stripping, I promise you. This, I'm getting my T-shirt. Here we go, everybody! OK. Whoa! Right, Joanne.
You can do it.
Count me in.
This is an official Guinness World Records attempt for the most hugs given in a minute. The record to beat is 87. Are you ready, Sam?
Yes.
Are you ready? On my mark. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go. Good job, Sam. Sam! Can you hear us, Sam?
Tell me. I can hear you, yes, sir, but
I think
I'm exhausted.
I think she needs 30 seconds. She needs 30 seconds to just work out, I believe. How'd it go, my friend?
It was amazing. I had the best time of my life. Sean, you are so great. Thank you so much. Joanne, what do you think?
I think I have a result to let you know for this first official attempt. You were very close to setting the record. However, you did break one of the most important rules, Sam.
What?
Unfortunately, you were moving down the line.
No!
You must stay in position, so you will have to have a second attempt.
Would I have broken it?
Oh! You have not broken the record now.
Would I have?
You could have.
Oh, come on, Sean! Round two! Round two!
This is an official attempt. Are you ready, Sam?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Yes! 3, 2, 1, go!
Yes, this is it.
Earlier, Sam Thompson came so close to breaking the Guinness World Record for the most number of hugs in 1 minute. He didn't quite manage it, but he's had another go. How have we done?
Damn it, my man, just before I ask you, we've had another go. And I just want to say to everybody here, it's been unbelievable. Thank you so much. If we don't get it, I love you anyway. Oh.
Well, I'm sure.
Joanne, here we go. Tell us whether I'm sorry, Fred. Tell us whether we've managed it or not.
It is such a fast-paced record to evaluate, so thank you for giving me a little bit of time there. I had to review some video evidence just to double-check the counts, and For the most hugs given in a minute by an individual with a record to beat of 87, you achieved 88.
Yes! Well done, Sam.
Yes, well done.
Well done, Sean.
Terrifying. I'm telling you, it's terrifying. And I'm clumsy at the best of times.
Yeah.
They had a nice roast dinner on set yesterday, and I'm walking back to my little dressing room, and I fell over with my roast dinner, just on those steps going up to the dressing rooms. My partner's going mad. He keeps holding me up, and that's not on the ice.
You looked fabulous last night.
Oh, well, everyone
Yeah, I was
did.
there. We were talking.
I mean,
in the makeup
Marcus
room.
and his team and Tracy, you know, they're just fantastic, aren't they?
Yeah, the makeup, the hair, the
Yeah.
sequins. You just looked so fabulous.
I was going to say, was there any hesitation when they asked you to do it?
I was a bit fearful, you know. I'm kind of, I used to be, you know, I never used to care. Now I'm a bit 50 and fearful, you know what I mean? As you get older, you do get more frightened of things, and you don't bounce up so quick. But then I thought, you know, I'm going to get a new challenge. I'm going to conquer my fears, try and get the chutzpah back I used to, try and get a skater's bum, lose a bit of weight. You know, what's not to like?
Well, last night there were 6 people that skated off, and then next week there will be another 6 people that skate off. They were the competition is so fierce,
and everyone really stepped up last night. I was watching it, and I just thought everyone is really. I mean, Ryan Thomas doing those spins, and Amber those extensions, and Roxy. Everyone was fantastic.
Did it
I love
spur
Rocky
your...
Hatton.
I
thought he was great.
Well, he's come a long way, hasn't he? You know, he's never, ever took to the ice before in his life. And it is totally different, isn't it? Boxing to being on the ice. And he's very good with his feet naturally, but not on ice.
He's funny. But you know what's interesting about the ice? You have falls when you least expect it.
Right.
And it's not only a physical thing, it's a mental thing. So when I fall, and I put my shoulder out the other week and I've done my wrist and stuff, it's getting the confidence that when I come to those steps where I had the fall, of trying not to, you know, freak out when I'm coming to it.
You're so right, though. Because, I mean, I don't ice skate much, but my wife's Norwegian, so she was born and brought up ice skating, so she skates really well. So every now and again we'll go with our little fella. And, you know, I can get on the ice, but you're right, you think, oh, this is going quite well. I'm having a good time. No, I'm not.
Bang. I just did the other day, the beginning of my routine. It's just like 2 steps forward, the beginning of my routine. And I was trying so hard, my weight from forward, I was bang. I was like, this
when
is
you
not
go
good
down,
stuff.
there's no soft landings on the ice.
The ice is unforgiving.
Stephen Lustig-Webb, he had to actually pull out of the competition. Did that knock everybody's confidence a little bit? Because he did have a little bit of a nasty fall, didn't he?
He did.
Did he break his leg or something?
Well, I watched, he sent me a video of the fall, and it didn't look too bad. I've done falls pretty much like that myself, and then he sent me a photo of the foot, and his foot was there and his ankle was there. It was horrendous. But, you know, it's the chance you take, isn't it, when you're doing it? And it's thrilling. When you get it and you start gliding, it's the most gorgeous feeling.
So what's the hardest thing about, you know, you've been singing, dancing, you've been West End, you know you got to put a shift in, you know you need to keep fit when you're out there, right? And you're a grafter. So you're not scared of any of that. So what's the biggest gear change for you? What's the hardest thing you've had to do since you started doing this?
Being hormonal and dancing on knives. That is it. Kind of coming into the menopause and dancing on knives, it's terrifying. And also, I've spent years faking it from the waist up. I was never a great dancer, but I could make really nice shapes. But you can't do that on the ice.
You're not?
You can't. You can make a nice shape, but if your feet are, like... not doing very good at the bottom, you know, you're in trouble.
Claire, I got to ask.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Goodness.
And you were gliding. You look beautiful there, actually. You look lovely.
He's very patient, Colin.
Yeah, what is your partner like?
He's lovely. Colin is so patient and kind. And he really is, you know, he's kind of... He's relentless, though. He doesn't give me a minute. I can't be, you know, I can't be running out. Even when I want to shoot the toilet, he's looking at me like you're lying. A bit.
Claire, I just don't know how you're fitting it all in, because you're doing Corrie full-time.
That's incredible.
You're on the ice as well. You're training with the ice. How are you fitting it all in your routine?
I just said to Dermot, I mean, we've known each other for 30-odd years, haven't we? I'm just grateful to be working. Because this business, it's feast or famine, isn't it? And then suddenly to be in Corrie and doing dancing on ice, I'm just counting my blessings, and you do what you got to do.
Logistically, how is it working there? Are you doing like, have you taken any time off, Corrie, or are you up there and then you?
I'll tell you what I'm doing today. I'm with you now.
Yeah.
I'm going up to Bovingdon to do my skating, 2 hours training. I'm getting on a train, going up to Manchester, and I'm in every scene of the day tomorrow. In Corrie. And then come back.
And then back down.
And
I love it, though.
And has your little boy been to watch you? What does he think about
He's
it?
coming. He's coming on Saturday.
Is he?
Sunday, isn't it?
Oh,
he's coming on
sweetheart. How
Sunday
old is
to
he?
see me. He's 9.
Oh, look, he's so cute.
How old's your little fella?
He's 5.
5,
Oh,
yeah.
he's lovely.
Oh, I know. God bless him. He's so proud of me.
Oh.
So how are you feeling ahead of today? So ahead of this weekend, rather.
I'm
Like,
scared.
are you?
Last
How
night-
prepped are you?
I've done as much as I can, but...
Would you rather have done it the other way around? Would you rather have gone this Sunday?
No, I was glad I stood and watched last night.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you ever get that feeling when you wake up of a morning and you think, oh, don't make me do it. I want to get back under the covers.
Yeah, pity your stomach stuff,
Yeah. And I woke up yesterday and I thought, oh, I feel all right, I'm going in. But then I still got nervous. But I was glad I had a week just to watch and sort it out. But then, if I do get through, it gives me less time to work on the next routine. So it was kind of double-edged sword. Yeah.
Lots of your Corrie castmates have taken part in the show. Have they give you any advice at all?
Molly has been fantastic. Little Molly Gallagher, who did it last year, she loved it. And she's given me loads of advice. Sally Dinover as well, come and found me and chatted to me. Andy Wyman. I mean, loads of them have done it. And not one of them has had a bad experience. They've all loved it.
And a word about Corrie, because what a great character to be playing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean...
Well, do you know what I love? The contrast, Emma, is, like, I'm so rough and ready in Corrie. No makeup, messy hair. I mean, look at Cassie. I mean, I look a mess there. So to go on Sunday night and get all glammed up in sequins and all the hair is great.
So you're just playing some... Sorry, Jeff. You're just playing some great part. I mean, playing opposite Maureen Lipman so often.
I mean, Dame Maureen Lipman. When they give me these two-handers, I get so excited.
Yeah,
and also working with Alan Halston, we've got Jenny McAlpine back now who plays Fizz.
Yeah.
We did our first scenes the other day with the whole family back together at number 9, and that was lovely.
Yeah, I bet.
But, working with Maureen, just watch and learn. I'm in the presence of greatness, you know.
Well, Claire Sweeney, good luck next Sunday. I cannot wait to watch you. I really can.
And you were great last night.
Oh, I loved it.
On your sledge.
I couldn't
Must be something lovely when you go there. You really pick up the atmosphere of it, don't you?
And do you know what? It's like a family down there. Everybody's so warm and friendly.
It's very loud, isn't it? I'm worried about not hearing the beginning of my song.
It was
Your hair
brilliant.
looked gorgeous.
You look very Frozen, like proper Disney.
Oh, well, I loved every single second of it. It was fabulous. And what an atmosphere. There we go.
Dancing on Ice continues this Sunday, 6:30 on ITV1, ITVX. Claire Sweeney, thank you.
Good luck, Claire.
Best of
Good
with
luck.
it.
Thank you.
Coming up. Dear Warwick is out.
No, stop. No, but can I explain why? Because Dermot, this is a guessing game, and we all just literally, she opened her mouth and we all went, still more.
You knew straight away. She didn't even try and hide it.
She didn't. Well, she didn't try and hide it. You can't hide it.
No.
But also, I think once we've all got it, then it's a bit where do we go with
from
that?
here?
What I didn't know, though, is that last year you made history with the most amount of correct guesses. It's very impressive.
It also came as an absolutely enormous shock to me. I was doing the chat about this morning, and with the research chat, and he said, "Yeah, because you've had the most guesses." I said, "No, I think you might have to go and recheck that." And he said, "No, it's actually true. I did a little victory loop around my kitchen."
What's your tactics? You just, as soon as you hear the cadence of a voice or whatever it is, you just go.
I think what it is, you're looking at absolutely everything, because the clues, if I said they'd start making all the clues next week to fit you.
Yeah.
And then you go into this circle. So I always think, almost kind of ignore the signs that are really obvious and go for kind of the little tiny clue. I'm always changing my guesses, which sometimes is a bad thing, because with Zoe Ball, for example, I guessed her the first week and then started guessing other people. It was, in fact, her.
Yeah.
So, but the joy for me isn't in guessing correctly. The joy for me is when they unmask and I don't know who it is. I love that, and I go, no, I do know who they are when they've taken off the mask, but I don't know who it's going to be.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, there is a clip out there, which I can't believe it, to be honest with you, where someone is revealed and you literally lose
Oh,
it.
from this series?
Yeah, from this series.
Oh,
You
no, I
absolutely, it's a
cried.
preview, and you absolutely lose it. I have no idea who this person is. But let's have a look at the clip. We don't reveal who it is, but have a look at this. Look how she's running. You was like, what was it, those shoes? What shoes did you have? She was like wiggling. She could hardly run.
Behind a desk, I can wear the highest shoes you have ever seen in your life. I can't walk in high shoes.
Little waddle.
As you see that. I'm just going down the slope from the panel to the stage was lethal.
But that's obviously someone you know well, and you
Like, really well.
Obviously surprised to see.
Can't tell you. They must have cut it out because I was there for a minute going, can I run to the stage? Can I run? I don't care. I'm going. And I ran because it was the most beautiful thing ever. It was amazing.
To see who it is.
Davina, what do you think the success of the show's down to? Like, it's so, like, it's one of those shows that you sit down, it spans generations, and the kids love it, even though half the time the kids have no idea who they're watching. It doesn't matter.
Sometimes they say the big thing is it a boy or a girl?
Yeah.
I've heard, like, toddlers kind of go, or mums and dads going, do you think it's a boy or a girl? So they're in the guessing game.
Yeah.
And then when it comes off, they don't know who it is, but they go, it's a boy!
Yeah.
They guessed right, you know. So it's as simple as that, but... I mean, I know generations watch it together.
Yeah.
And Saturday night TV is about that.
Absolutely.
The generations being able to come together and it's a boy!
Yeah.
And it is such a strong panel. You've
Can I
got
just
Jonathan
also
Ross
say the costumes? So when they said, oh, here's Chicken Caesar, I was imagining a sort of a wrap in some kind of, like, you know, tortilla.
Yeah.
But out came... like a chicken with a Caesar thing on. I was like, I laughed
quite clever.
so hard. So it's daft, isn't
He's got
it?
a nice
It's really
voice
silly.
as well, Alexander, hasn't he?
He's
He's got a lovely
great.
voice.
He's really good. Dermot, would you ever do it?
I don't know.
Do you know Charlie Simpson?
That wasn't a no.
That wasn't a no.
Davina, that was not a no.
Charlie Simpson was very, very nervous because it wasn't his thing.
Yeah.
But other people who aren't professional singers say it's one of the most
Say I'm not a
liberating.
professional singer.
It's one of the most liberating things ever because you can,
yeah, because you're not seen.
Yeah.
because you're not seen.
I just like it. It just seems like a
Masked singer.
nice...
Get on the phone to Dermot right now. I think he
He's
might
brilliant.
do it.
But I think I would know straight away because I obviously hear
You
you
would
every single
disguise it.
morning singing.
You'd
So
disguise it.
The Sky, I never, ever guess it when I watch it. Ever.
Shall I tell you the moment?
Can I be a
which is-
judge? I'll be a guest
go on.
judge.
The
Alison.
moment which is most vulnerable is when you have to take your mask off and sing again.
Oh, yes, of
That for
course.
me
yeah.
is like, oh, I don't like it. I liked it when the mask was on. And then you have to take it off and sing as you. That's when you feel most vulnerable.
That's interesting, isn't
Yeah.
it? But
Now-
did you get into it by the end?
I loved it.
Did you?
I loved being inside it. It was amazing. But I was only in a little special, so I was only for one day.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't imagine what it's like to do it every
Week
single
after
week,
week.
after week.
We have to
So
talk
much fun.
about My Mum, Your Dad.
Yes.
I love this. I love the show, but I love the story of how it got made. Because when you originally said there needs to be a Love Island for people in middle age and people who have, like, you know, about to embark on the second act, like, did you then go away and develop it, or did people get in touch with you? How did it work?
I often say things and I don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm going to email the lady, Amanda, at ITV, who makes
Good
Love
for you.
Island. And I thought, she doesn't know me. I've never met her before. But I was like, hi, it's Davina here. I think you should do this. And I thought, I'm never going to hear back. Literally 2 days later, she pinged back and she said, do you know what, we're not doing a midlife Love Island, but we are looking at an American format and we'll keep you in mind. So then I was like, you might not keep me in mind. I'm just going to annoy you.
Absolutely.
So
I bet she was
all
like
the
that. Davina's just text. We've got our presenter.
And then she was like, oh, my God,
Here we
she's
go.
messaged again,
But
please
you must
stop.
have been so happy with how it went, because it was just such a lovely, pure heart show, isn't it?
It was a pure heart show, Dermot. I mean, that was the thing that I loved
Happy
about
TV.
it. It was literally just about finding love, but it was also about all the baggage that we come with and trying to take down those walls brick by brick sometimes that we build up because we've been hurt or we've been betrayed or we're grieving, you know, those things. I mean, Roger was like...
How much children love their parents as
Oh,
well.
I mean, and that's so heartwarming because I think when you look at teenagers nowadays or people in their early 20s, often on television, they're portrayed in a very sort of single-minded way. And actually, they're lots of different things, but when you look at how much they love their parents, it is the most endearing, sweet thing, and how invested they are with their parents actually being happy later in life, because in a way it frees them up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, there was one girl who said, I want to go and live my life, but I don't want to leave my mum. She needs me.
She's worried. Oh, Davina.
Big, isn't it?
Davina, we have got a little bit of a surprise for you, because obviously we sent Roger and Janie on a few romantic weekends away, and they went to check out the Christmas market in Edinburgh, and they've been sightseeing in Switzerland.
Oh,
they're not here, but today they're in sunny Barbados, actually.
Stop it, guys, they're not.
Morning, guys.
Morning. You guys.
Good morning. Good morning, Alison, Dermot, Davina. Hi, Davina.
You look fantastic, you two. You having a lovely time?
We are having the best time, aren't we, Roger?
I feel really fantastic, yes.
Can I just say, always looking tip-top, but the both of you, such style icons. Congratulations for not letting the side down there.
We do try. Yeah. Well,
It's
he
all my own stuff.
Is there anything you want to say to Davina about your love and anything?
Well, basically, Davina, I've had to put up with this for about 7 months, and I blame you. But no, being serious, it has been the best time of my life, without question, so thank you.
And you too.
And if I could just add, it is... Sorry, it's changed my life completely.
Well, we can
Beyond
see that you're in Barbados.
anything I imagined.
Living your best life. As the new presenters of this morning. We love it. We love having you on board.
I'm trying not to look too smug.
Thank you, Roger, Janie.
Oh, we look forward to seeing you when you come back. Lots of love.
For anybody...
Yes, definitely.
OK. Lovely to speak to you.
Love you.
Bye, Davina.
Love you.
Dermot, Alison.
Are they there doing stuff for us, or are they just there?
Yeah, they're doing stuff for us.
Oh, that's good to know.
Can I just quickly say something? For anybody that didn't see the show, the thing was that Roger's wife passed away a year before, and his daughter wanted to say, look, we're giving you permission to look again. And on the first day, or the second day, he said, I don't think I'm ready. He was looking at everybody. And on the third day, I've got goosebumps, Janie walked in, and you saw his little face, and he was like, wow. And it was so heartwarming and lovely, because I felt like hope.
Yeah.
I felt like hope started for Roger just then, and then they came together and it was beautiful.
Thank you.
So if you want that, go to my stories on Instagram.
We will.
And go and get your family to apply for you. If you want that, it's on Insta now.
Thank you. And the Masked Singer continues tomorrow night, 7 o'clock on ITV and ITVX. Thank you, Davina. We are